Hey, it's been a minute. Oh, I actually almost got choked up. I almost got choked up. Kentustis, you're a motherfucker. Max, thank you so much for the sub. Kentustis, thank you for the sub as well. That's like two of like my three biggest ride or dies up in here. If I see Bruno, I'm gonna know it's on. Yeah, oh wow. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I could put on Euclid as my comeback song and I'm gonna be fine. And then I'm like, I hear like the piano parts at the very end that call back to the night does not belong to God. And I'm like, oh, oh shit. I forgot. I forgot what sleep token does to me. Ah, shoutouts to me. Alright, let me do that thing that I do at the beginning of every stream, and let me be perfectly for real here. I'm gonna put some more of these tunes on while I'm just doing this. Anyway, god damn it, Chance. First off, Kelly, who was here before I even went live. Kelly, you're the best. I know that you like to call me the #1 zone VTuber, but I genuinely think that title still probably belongs to you in terms of how long you've been at it and how much joy and cheer you've brought to the world through doing it. I really don't think that can be, like, overstated. I mean every word of that. Then, we've got... I gotta scroll back up to the chat here. Nyx, my partner, my darling, my love, my shelter in the storm, my North Star, I love you, and I'm very happy I get to see you in here tonight, and I can't wait till you're in this apartment with me. Amanda, I genuinely cannot overstate how much of, like, an impact you've had on my life since I started, like, actively, like, you know, being, like, a closer friend to you this past year. And I'm very happy that my community has managed to serve as a place for you to be able to come in and unwind when everything is kind of as hard as it is these days. You are an irreplaceable part of our community, and I am absolutely blessed to be living at the same time as you. And speaking of that, Angel Vice VT, you want to talk about people who I can't, like, thank enough for everything they do. Angel, who I think kind of... Angel and I becoming friends, I think, marked the point where the PCHC and what I do and what all of us do as a community and as a crew really started to feel cohesive and like it was actually what I'd always wanted it to be. And Angel is an absolute fucking darling of a friend. She's super fucking strong and talented and cool, and I think, like, there's a lot of times where I'm just like, anytime things are going really, really tough, I'm like, Angel would give me a shot in the arm if I needed it, and I'm gonna do my best to get through it. I think, especially Angel, Nyx, and Amanda's, like, and Kelly, like, all of their, like, support and comfort through what I've been through this month has been absolutely fucking integral. I genuinely do not believe I would have gotten through what I've been through this month if it wasn't for all of them being at my side. Soroka VTube, I am so happy to see you in here tonight. It has been... I genuinely think it has been very, very brightening to get to interact with you and get to I would call you a friend now, and I think that you're a very, very nice friend, and I'm very happy that I get to have you as one, and seeing you in here tonight puts a giant smile on my face. So, here's to the future, homie. Who else? Max, again, I've known this motherfucker since, like, before I was even a VTuber. He's been a goddamn ride or die for me since fucking forever, and I cannot fucking... God, I'm starting to, like, run out of words again, because it's been, like, a really fucking long day. But thank you so much, Max, for all you do, and always being there, you know, even when you're not always, like, you know, like, up on the center stage. I know y'all can always bet on you being in the sidelines, and always being there for me. Himtustis, my motherfucker. I think you're one of the only people from a certain friend group I really still talk to anymore. You're one of the only people from a certain friend group I really still, like, at least like to talk to, or at least, like, like to reach out to whenever I can, and, like, seeing around, just because, like, a lot of things that happened at that time kind of bring back some really, really, you know, they kind of reopen some pretty deep wounds, and, I think I've always been really, really happy that I get to still see you around, because, I mean, you know, I think it just goes to show that even just stupid bullshit that kind of, like, you know, tears people apart doesn't really, like, serve to actually hurt the people who are truly kind of connected, and I've always been very, very happy to have you as a part of us, and to be perfectly honest, when 2D told me that you were picking Stalker back up because of me, I felt like I felt like my purpose in the world was actually finally being fulfilled, because I was getting people to really kind of get back into, or get into for the first time, the game that I have loved more than anything else on Earth. And I think that's wonderful. Running out of words sounds like me with a 600-word essay. Real. Meanwhile, I'll write like a fucking 6K word fanfic about my character getting pegged, and it's no big deal. Crazy how that is, though. I think that's everybody in chat tonight. Soroka says using my full legal name. Yeah, sorry, dog. Sorry, I think I meant to say, Pilot C7. Also, good to see you too, Wisp. Hope you're doing well tonight. Chance, my good homie. Chance, here we got another motherfucker. I absolutely love Chance. Chance has been another, like, integral part of the PCHC. Chance is like our fucking, like, PCHC cheerleader. We love this fucking rat, and I can't wait to have them on stream again. Soroka, what you looking for a link for? Missed the compass because I was getting more curry. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for the warm welcome. Chance is a sweetheart. Absolutely. Wisp said had to go get a new Wi-Fi box due to the outage that happened. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish I could grant some of my fiber to you today. The asshat who's loud. Yeah, you guys might have saved Chance from a plasma grenade, but I blew the fuck out of Chance. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, Kelly, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much for the resub. Missy! Missy, want to talk about other homies that I fucking love, right? Missy is Angel's partner, and Missy has been watching with us for a while since I started streaming again. But Missy wasn't able to chat for a while because Missy doesn't have phone verification, and due to hate raids back in 2023, I couldn't actually let her through. But I realized all I have to do is make somebody a VIP to let them bypass that, and well, now I can do that. Which is good. Which is very, very good. Also, I saw your message, Soroka. Let me send that to you right now. Where is this fucking bird? Here we go. Thing off chain. Oh, wonder why still swinging. Anyway, I got caught up because I love Aqua Regia. Anyway, yes. So Missy's been watching with us for a while and wasn't able to chat, but once I realized that I could set a VIP to be bypassing the verification, which I will show you why I learned about that, because it's kind of important. And I'm going to show it first by shouting out by shouting out, who am I going to give the first shout out of the night to? You know, I'm going to give it to Angel. I'm going to give it to fucking Angel. Because she's been absolutely fucking busting her ass, and she did a killer fucking Halo Reach stream tonight. So, if I do this correctly... there we go. Thank you, Director Muller, I appreciate that. And my stinky wife and her smut. Yes, I've been saying nice things about every PCHC friend. I'm not playing 4. What an insane sentence did you say? Also, Ashley Miami. Ashley fucking Miami. I still want to sit down and, like, talk about, like, Rally and F1 with you, homie. Ashley's a good homie I met through our mutual friend, Lily Rue, who I've been meaning to hang out with again at some point. I need to have Lily on stream. Obviously, Halloween plans got, kind of a wrench thrown in them, but what are you gonna do? Ashley's a fucking super fun friend to hang out with. I love her. I love all she does. And I hope your stream hiatus is going well, and I'm happy you're taking care of yourself. Stream Sasha was only killer because there was a goddamn carbon monoxide leak. Thank you for the
Miller would let me accept tips.
Oh my god. I forgot the only voiced sub or bit alert that is actually currently functioning is the Reigns one. So anytime somebody gets sends in bits, they're gonna hear Reigns get pissed about it. I will talk about this when we get into the actual bar, of course. But yeah, so the main thing, I guess I haven't set up the sub alerts, so I'll get to those. For Halloween, you could be the Hellhound of the Zone instead of the Bloodhound. I don't know, considering what happened in the last Hellhound VTuber, I'm not really sure I'm too excited to take up that throne, homie. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. You can have it. Jarvis, delete the coconut PNG from Sasha's TFG. That's a deep fucking cut. So, now that also, Mono, hi Mono, it's good to see you. It's good to fucking see you. Dude, we got so many fucking homies up in chat here tonight. So I've got a lot to talk about between, like, where the stream is at, and a bunch of other things. So, obviously, before we get to the actual game, I am going to be, like, you know, sitting down. I'm not going to be talking a whole lot about what's been going down in my personal life, because I think I've talked about it enough, and I think I would like to wait for dust to settle and for just me to have my wife here and allow me to kind of heal from things so I can, like, look back at them with perfect objectivity, because I hate to say it, but right now I'm very, very upset at a lot of people who I've known for most of my life and trusted for most of my life. And I'm feeling very hurt, and while I'm very happy that I'm in my own apartment that I get to share with Nyx when she gets here, I also am very, very upset. And I would like to not discuss that while I'm, you know, presently upset. So, let me turn down the sleep token, bring us on down to the bar, and we'll talk about where things have been lately. I also just kind of want Ascensionism to keep playing. Hold on a second. I just want to get to my favorite part. One I know I am other follow Scott bitch. Okay, I can't sing along to Sleep Token all stream. I mean, granted, Amanda and Nyx would probably be extraordinarily happy if I did. I fucking love Sleep Token, dude. Hi, how are you guys doing here tonight? For those who are new to our stream, I am Too Much Sasha, the Chernobyl battle maid. I cook, I clean, I kill, and when I'm not doing any of those things, I like to stream spooky shooby games here on Twitch, and unfortunately I'm under the thumb of a very shady government director right now, but we'll have to see how that goes. That being said, if you're new here, then welcome to the Pripyat City Hate Crew, our community dedicated to positive change through love, through living as an act of defiance, and being absolutely unpalatable to those who hate, or to bigoted people. I rewound and found out you were talking shit about me. Yeah. Sure was, Kelly. Sure was. Yeah, Zone's number 2 VTuber is right. You stinky fuck. Love you, by the way. Spooky shooty yapper. Also, hi Rody. Wonderful to see you. Another good homie that I think I've known for about almost a good 3 years now, but primarily met through Noelle, and then kind of hadn't seen around for a while, and then reconnected through Angel, which is really cool. And also I found out that Rody is dating one of my favorite YouTubers I've been watching since 2020, so that's dope shit. Anyway, hi. Where the fuck do I... Because obviously we're going to be playing some Stalker 2 tonight. We've got things to do and things to see, but I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about where things are. I'll talk more about my life changes on stream as topics come up, because again, I don't want to be talking too much. I don't want to be airing out dirty laundry, and there's a lot of it, unfortunately. Primarily because I don't have a laundry basket. I forgot to buy one, and the dryer at this apartment is still needing to be fixed. I get to use the laundry room for the rest of the tenants, but there's a big fucking spider in there, dude. Yes, I was talking about Casey, Brody. But yes, so to give you the long and short.
No, man,
Holy
I'm
shit!
Skinny Pete.
Is that Skinny Pete? Is that Skinny Pete? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Skinny Pete, and how are you doing, Hexatious Vex? Thank you so much for the sub, Chance. Love you. So happy to fucking have you here in the crew. We got a box at some point. We do got a box. I have been meaning to box everybody in the Vault Sillies. Every single person. Chance, Mono, 1000 Eyes on a Too Much Sasha stream. Huh? I think you might be mistaken. Amanda, this is an Akira Yamaoka track. This is a Silent Hill track. But I keep forgetting she's mostly a YouTuber to other people, because, well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't, I mean, I've been moots with Casey for a good few years on Twitter and Blue Sky, which is interesting. But obviously we're like kind of like passing, like, you know, like passing moots. It's kind of like being a neighbor with somebody where you say hi sometimes, but like, you know, you don't really know that person. But it's wonderful to see you, Hexatious Vex, and also good to see you as well, Dwop. Hope you're doing well tonight. So yes, so I'm gonna take my eyes off the chat, otherwise I'm gonna keep getting fucking, tea time already? Fucking hell, we just... Alright, give me a second. Soroka, I'll put the tea on in a little bit, okay? I'll put on some fucking green tea for us. So I'm gonna stop reading the chat for a second so I can just run down where my life's at. I'll give you the long and short of it. I'm kind of cutting ties with my, adoptive family, and I am now living in an apartment that I leased, earlier this month. I have, much better internet out here. Tea time without having to worry about bothering somebody. I mean, I've always had the tea kettle in my room. It's in my room. The tea kettle is on my desk, because I have an electrical one. Got tea, so now you do too. Thank you. So yes, no, I've been, I'm cutting ties with my adoptive family, and I'm now living in an apartment that I leased in October. I've leased it for a full 12 months, and Nix and I are planning on living together as soon as Nix is able to get transferred and live up here. Once that's done, we're going to be spending some time together with each other. Thank you for reminding me to do that, Kelly. Having good internet means more streams for us both. Yeah, and also, like, no family to deal with for either of us. But thank you, Kelly, for reminding me to do that. I've been meaning to do that with my new P.O. box, because I now have a new P.O. box and everything. So, yes, so I'm now living in a basement apartment, in, like, a completely different county. It's interesting. It's interesting. There's a lot that I've kind of had to unlearn from living in my old house with my family, like hearing footsteps elsewhere in the house and getting instantly terrified that I'm going to be yelled at for something. I don't have to worry about that anymore. The feeling of, oh, it's noontime and I'm home alone. That means my mom's going to come home and I'm going to get smoked for something. That's not happening. Also the feeling of, oh, I'm home alone. That means I'm going to have to take care of the dog, but I don't have a dog. I'm the only dog here. So I don't have to worry about that either. So instead, it's just kind of like me coming home, and granted, having some time alone to myself without, like, family is very nice, but I also admittedly am going very stir-crazy. It's kind of part of why me and Nix got, like, a 2-bedroom apartment, because, like, you know, we need to have our nights where we can be alone. As any healthy couple does. And on top of that, also, like, you know, we do both stream, so we both need space to be able to do it ourselves. There's a lot of unpacking I still have to do, and admittedly, a lot of my unpacking and other things have kind of had to go on hold for a while because of my work hours, because right now, since I haven't been transferred to a job site closer to my new apartment, I'm having to drive an hour to work and an hour back, which means there's much less time in my day to do basically fucking anything. So most of the past, like, almost 2 weeks I've been in this apartment has been me going to work, coming home, and then sleeping. And not really having much time to do anything else. It took me, like, multiple days to even get my desk and my room furniture set up, and, like, I only just got internet yesterday, which meant it had been a full week since I'd moved into this apartment and didn't have any internet. So I was mostly just on my laptop whenever shit had to get done, which was okay, I guess. I did actually replace my old laptop because it was completely falling apart, so now I have a much nicer little Lenovo that I can use for writing all of my horrible fucked up Yuri. Some of which I just sent to Soroka, and some of which I'm still working on. That being said, so there's a lot that's interesting that I'm kind of having to, like, relearn about living. Like, for example, like, I'm actually having a really nice time getting up in the morning and walking out and, like, going up the steps and, like, birds fly away, and I, like, hear the sounds of, like, you know, like, people. Because I'm so used to living in, like, the bougie fucking suburb my mom lived in, where it's like there was, like, basically nobody around except for tourists in the summer. So, like, 9 times out of 10 it was eerily quiet. But now it's like there's actually, like, you know, sound. And as a person who has tinnitus, I kind of can't be in a silent place anymore. It's actually kind of, it makes me go fucking insane. So that's good. So obviously, like, much of the unpacking and kitting the place out is waiting until Nix gets here so we can both tag team it. Because otherwise, we were kind of, you know, like, planning on, like, you know, like, we were planning on moving in on the same day, and then that didn't work out. Because, you know, shit went down, and now it's, like, me here, but, like, at least I'm helping get the place together. The other reason unpacking has taken a while and I've had a lot to deal with is because the place is a cricket problem. And I don't know if y'all have had to deal with, like, house or field crickets in a house, but they're a fucking nightmare. So, like, I'm talking, like, they're, like, both the boiler room and the, like, fuse box room have, like, had crickets in them. I've seen them around elsewhere in the house. Thankfully, none in my bedroom, knock on wood, because as soon as I moved in, the first thing I started doing is being incredibly proactive. Like, 2 days before I officially moved into this place, like, I'd already leased it, but I hadn't moved in, I basically spent going around to, like, Home Depot, Target, and like, the grocery store I work at, getting basically all kinds of home appliances, like appliances, supplies, things that I would need for, like, cookware, cleaning supplies, everything like that. And the first thing I bought was a bunch of fuck mayflies, dude. If I could, like, ask God to take one creature off this earth, mayflies go first. But yeah, so the first thing I did before I even moved in, because I saw 2 crickets when I did the house tour, like last month, and I even heard one in one of the fucking side rooms, you know, during when I was leasing the place. So before I even officially moved in, I, like, bought, like, a bunch of cricket traps, and as soon as I moved in, I tossed one in my closet, one in Nix's bedroom, one in the fuse box room, and one in the boiler room. And obviously, over a week, they started to amass quite a bunch of fellas on them, which is good, but obviously it didn't change the fact that they were also elsewhere in the house where the traps weren't. Like, there was one, like, you know, like, in a wall in the kitchen, there was one in the laundry room, and I basically have been, like, having to, like, fast track how to, like, deal with pest control, like, from a home perspective, because I've already spent so much on, like, having to get my shit moved into a storage unit and then moved into this apartment, all of the appliances I had to buy because the apartment is empty, all of the cleaning supplies and cookware I had to buy because the place is empty, and everything else. So I've kind of been, you know, like, trying to, you know, keep it on the low-key when it comes to the spending, so paying for an exterminator isn't really in the budget right now, so I've had to, like, fast track learning how to deal with this. So it was like, okay, so first things first, put the traps down. Second, I got draft blockers for the doors so the motherfuckers can't come under the doors. Peppermint spray that I spritz into little spots where they might be, and then I cover it up with masking tape so they can't come in there anymore. And then, what really helped, I noticed, was getting, like, granular cricket bait that I, like, spread around outside, because I learned that crickets like to nest and hang around outside. And then they come inside to your house when it gets warm. So what you want to do is you want to scatter the spray thingies we can buy. Yeah, but I don't want to get, like, a bug bomb or a spray thingy, because that's, like, I've learned that that's actually not super helpful and not really going to do us a whole lot of good. But the point is, so I learned that because crickets like to hang out outside the most, bug bombing your place doesn't really help. So scattering the bait has kept them outside and eating it and then dying, and then I only have to worry about the ones inside as long as I keep covering up the cracks that they come through. And unfortunately, the front door has some of the worst ceiling I've ever seen. The weather stripping does not conform to the door doesn't conform to the fucking frame. So I actually saw a cricket coming in through a crack in the door frame just yesterday. So for now, I've stuffed it with, like, fucking steel mesh, and I'm like, okay, I need to figure out a way I can seal this up. So I'm gonna replace the weather stripping myself. There's, like, a lot of, like, home improvement I've had to do, and I'm also, of course, like, running it all by the landlord to make sure I'm being a good tenant and everything. But I'm keeping the place nice and clean as I can. And obviously, I'm kind of, like, making sure that there's gonna be no crickets around before I start unpacking and furnishing my place out for sure. Because I'm gonna be honest now, dog, every time I hear a cricket chirp, I, like, immediately jump out of my chair and go, who's that? It's fucking scary. So, the point is, the war has been going well. And he actually came in and sprayed the place down for some crickets recently yesterday. Of course, spraying it made a bunch of motherfuckers show up, like a house cricket came out. When I put a cricket trap into the laundry room a good, like, week ago, when I went into the laundry room yesterday, I noticed there was a fucking, there was a there was a grass spider, like a home, like an East Coast like normal like harmless funnel weaver, a grass spider, and he set up shop over the cricket trap. Like, bro just saw a bunch of dead crickets and was like, oh, here's a better, no good a place as any is right here. And I thought that was really funny. I was like, this guy's on his grind set. This is nature adapting in real time. I was very endeared by that. So yes, I'm up in my new apartment, and the internet is great, and obviously I'm still kind of like on the watch out for creepy crawlies, because I've seen a good like couple of big old grass spiders. There was one in the bathroom, but I let them outside peacefully. I don't kill spiders, because they... Obviously, when you got crickets around and house centipedes, you do kind of need the spiders. You do kind of need the spiders. Yeah, the guy who set up shop over the cricket trap. I was like, you know what? I respect the fuck out of you. I had to take a picture of him because we don't have them out where my mom's place was. I'm having to get used to critters I don't normally see. So I was like, okay, so it looks like a wolf spider. It looks like a wolf spider, but wolf spiders don't have, like, webs, so what is this? And it's like, oh, it's a grass spider, okay. So that was cool. Spiders get a pass as long as they aren't dangerous. Yeah, grass spiders are totally harmless, but the one in the bathroom I had to get rid of because that motherfucker was too big, and he was right where I put my feet when I climb out of the shower, and I was not really trying to have that. I was like, I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah, spiders do eat the other bugs, and it's why I kind of try and keep them around, but unfortunately the spiders, like in most cases, do not appear to be setting up shop where the crickets are. Getting the internet set up was a whole other fucking ordeal, because this place down here either doesn't have internet or never did. So when I got my fiber set up, he had to drill a hole in the wall from like the outside cable box into the inside fucking like fuse box closet. He told me he was very relieved and happy. Just, oh yeah, no, trust me, I know what recluses and widows look like, and I don't think I've seen any. I thought I saw a male widow, and it was actually just a triangulate house spider, which is very good. Good with spiders as long as I never have to see them. See, that's exactly how I am. I am happy if you're in my house and doing the work, but I don't want to see you around, dude. I don't want to see you around. So when I got my internet set up, the dude had to like drill a hole in the fucking wall between the fuse box room and the cable box outside, and it was actually really precarious because he was close to either hitting the gas main or the electrical box outside. So he had to keep drilling a little bit at a time and then tapping it with a stick and seeing if he could hear it outside. But because there was like stone for that wall instead of wood, which he said it usually is, the stone dissipated the sound of the stick tapping, so we couldn't tell exactly where it was. So, oh, orb weavers are so fucking cool. My dad had a big old orb weaver right outside his kitchen window. I thought it was like the gnarliest shit. Jumping spiders get to live. Jumping spiders are cool. House spiders are okay. Honestly, I've talked about it on stream before, and I won't do it today in case we've got arachnophobes in the chat, but fucking, what is it? Yellow sack. I had a yellow sack problem in my bedroom over the course of a single weekend in 2021, and that shit made me want to burn my whole ass room down. Also, I want to real quick give some love to some homies who are showing up in chat while I'm talking about my move. We've got Zictor. Good to see you, Ziggy, as always. Fucking Noodles! How are you doing, Noodles? Let me give you a shout out, because Noodles is a homie I haven't been hanging out with super, like, I haven't really, like, gotten to know super well, but I've gotten to see her around a fair bit. Really cool VTuber. Also, happens to make some very good, video on video shit on Blue Sky. I can't on Twitch describe what it is, but it's gas. I fuck with it, so keep doing what you do. Who else is here? I saw another homie in here. Slump, I'm giving you a shout out too. Please go check out our good homie Slump Neko, who's an absolute fucking stalwart, and I'm so happy we get to see here and here. Yeah, Slump, you're gonna love this. I got better internet because I got fiber optic cable, high-speed internet access. A lot of money in this shit. That's the good shit. Okay, so I noticed that the shoutout doesn't function if I do it as a reply. That's very curious. Yeah, no sweat, Noodles. Hope you're doing well tonight. How are things after your PC went kaput, by the way? Because I saw that and I was like, oh, I hope homie gets her PC back soon. The new router you got is gas? Hell yeah. I haven't chilled out a whole lot for a new router right now, because, like, since me and Nix are mainly going to be using it for, like, you know, wired connections anyway, you know, like, we don't need, like, a fucking gaming router. We should be okay for a little bit. Dog broke a monitor. Oh, are you dead ass? You want me to, like, engage in dog-on-dog violence? I can do that for you. Streaming is a bitch. Yeah, that's how it was at my mom's, because my mom had fuck-ass, like, you know, like, coax, like, cable, and, Optimum in that area didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and the rest of my family was extraordinarily resistant to me, like, trying to fix it. Another reason I'm happy I'm not in that house anymore. Router I had out in the country was gas as well. Hell yeah, that's dope. But anyway, it's good to see Slump and Noodles in here, and Ziggy. Feel free to. Yeah, don't worry. I'll kick that motherfucker's ass. So minus a monitor and a PSU. Fuck. I mean, I could send you my PSU, because I'm already going to be replacing my 850 with like a 1K after Amanda sent me one, so I can send you my 850 if you want. Anyway, yeah, right. So, we did get the fiber set up, and that's good. So now I've got like a router and a modem in the kitchen, and that's good. The Ethernet cable that I bought a 100-foot Ethernet cable because I didn't bother to measure the distance between my PC and where the router was going to go. So there's way more cable than there needs to be, so I'm probably going to switch that cable out with a shorter one just to reduce a little bit of the, of it. Restart the router. Yeah, don't worry, I know that for sure. And now that there's nobody else in the house except for me and Nick's using it, I can do that, and I don't have to fucking worry about having anybody give me shit for it. Where it's like, oh, why do you reset? Because it needs to be reset. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore, which is so nice. So let's see, I went through in a new apartment, dealt with the crickets, currently furnishing my room. It's got the nice Christmas lights overhead that feels so nice and cozy and comfy. I've got a framed Revy poster from Black Lagoon that I never put up on my wall until now. All of my plushies are here, all of my Nesso berries and all of my silly little guys, my cuttlefish, my blahage, my giant teddy bear and everything are all here. I got my whole desk set up and everything with the tea set that I've always had for the tea time redeems and all of that. Things are doing good. And obviously, I'm still very stressed because there's a lot of unpacking, and you know, me kind of being in a place alone is kind of making me go stir crazy. And the commute to work sucks, but it's okay because I used to commute an hour to and from college, like, every day back in, like, college. But, like, the difference is college, you sit down, take notes, or in my case, play a medieval the whole time and don't pay attention. But at work, I actually have to work, which sucks. Hey, I had to get my blahage sent to me by my good friend Ursa, also known as Fuck My Stupid Pilot Life on Blue Sky, because I've known her for a good few years now, and she's been a really, really good friend of mine. So she sent me my blahage, because I don't have an IKEA that has one anywhere near me either. What else? That's kind of really, like, the major life changes that have happened to me, like, IRL. It's just, yeah, you know, I got an apartment, and now I'm just kind of cold chilling, and I'm kind of taking things as they come, which is pretty good. Let me talk about how things are on stream, because I have some cool shit to show off, okay? First off, actually, real quick, I do need to change this real quick. I've been needing to do this, so Kelly, thank you for reminding me. Let me fucking stall for a second. We'll get to Stalker soon, I promise. Okay, I do have that right. Cool. Perfect. Anyway, sweet save room music. Yep, I have the save room music from every mainline RE game. The original RE save room music was a bitch to implement because I was trying to figure out who actually composed it, and I kept getting credits for the remake or various other versions, and I couldn't find, like, the actual, like, composer credit for the original. Put on some housewares, there's two that you need. Thank you so much. Some housewarming gifts would be very wonderful, and stuff to put on the throne will be nice. missed so many messages here. I'm so sorry. I will go through the messages later, but I hate to say it, but I did not expect to so quickly get to the size of a streamer where, like, if I read every single chat message all at once, I'm actually just going to, like, constantly be taken off topic and lose, like, all of what's going on in my head, so I kind of need to focus. Also, I saw you posted the Postmodern Art Podcast, a podcast dedicated to giving artists who are wowing the world over the platform they deserve, with the Pseudo Dog Redeem. It's good to see you in here posting. I hope you're doing well. Dead Aim, Save Room Music. I need to play Resident Evil Dead Aim. I think RE4 is always going to be my personal favorite. It's like a good toss-up between RE4 and RE7, because RE7 is still my favorite in the series. But yeah. So that's like all of my IRL shit. Let me talk to you about where things are when it comes to me and streaming. Okay. First off, the lore recap is still being worked on. Obviously it had to go on the back burner. It had to go on the back burner because, you know, major life-changing events. But let me show you what didn't. Okay. So, we now have all new alerts. First off, y'all might have noticed that the chat seems a little bit different, because originally my chat announcements were either not functioning correctly or functioning kind of weirdly. So let me show you how they work now. Let me introduce you all to Director Muller in our chat. Director Muller, I have made a separate Twitch bot account just for Muller. She runs all of our announcements, she runs shoutouts, and all other kinds of little chat events, as a means of kind of... Because a big part of what I've been trying to do is making the characters... Okay. Unfortunately, I think, Rains say the line. It looks like...
Only would let me accept tips.
There we go. Right, I forgot. I had to give all of the announcements a 10-second wait. So that in case another one has already played, they don't, like, overlap over each other. So yes, a big part of what I've been doing is partially because, like, Soroka and Ocean have been, like, kind of, like, talking to me about the lore and stuff, because Ocean is interested in the lore. Soroka wants to know more about it, at least. That's the vibe that I got. I realized that I can't just wait for lore cinematics to endear these characters to people, so I'm doing my best to incorporate them into the stream environment in as, like, dynamic and diegetic of a way as I can. So, for starters, on-screen alert pop-ups for things like subs, bits, follows, raids, bans, etc. will all include, like, these little, like, on-screen stalker-style pop-ups of, like, different characters, like Lucia Muller, my handler, Rains, my co-operator, even cameos from friends like Angel and Kelly and more. So those are the main way that I'm kind of, like, making the characters, like, instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna introduce the characters in a grand fashion with the lore recap, it's like, why not just make them always a part of the stream, and if people want to know more, they can watch, like, the you know, like, lore sequences. And holy shit, I forgot, even when I get the new Muller redeem setup, it's still gonna keep playing, Cream. I'm never gonna make it not play Cream. Holy fuck, thank you so much for the goddamn gift sub. Holy shit, you made fucking loot come out of the crevices. Thank you so much, Kelly, you're the fucking best. Yeah, because cash rules everything around me. Dollar bill, y'all. Thank you so much, Kelly. You're the fucking best. I appreciate you being such a dope-ass ride or die. We love you here, Kelly. Ops got the gifts up. And it's good to see you up in here as well, Loot. I also see you lurking. Spider at the crevices. Yeah, so on-screen, like, things like raids, follows, subs, and bits, and all that are going to have these little stalker-style on-screen pop-ups with voiced lines from, you know, a bunch of our good friends. And the best part is I'm actually having, like, at least 3 different like, on-screen text prompts and 3 different voice lines. So each time I get, like, a sub, follow, raid, cheer, etc., it's going to be, like, you're not going to hear the exact same one every time back to back, which is going to really kind of help, like, you know, that kind of stream environment thing. And I learned that through fucking around with Mix It Up's ability to make a random event and have that random event nest like a bunch of smaller events inside of it, which allows me to do that. So yeah, so I didn't want to wait until a major lore event to like be able to introduce these characters. I'd rather have the characters always be a part of the stream, and if people like them enough, they can look into more about who the characters are and what they're about. But if you're watching the stream, I like to try and write the characters and their interactions with the stream in a way that immediately endears who they are to you. So you've got like the on-screen alerts with the voice lines and the Stalker-style pop-ups for all of the different events and alerts. You've got Lucia Muller, my director and my handler, running things up in the chat and doing all of the announcements now. But there's another cool thing. So if you look down into that my About Me section down there on Twitch, you'll see a nice little panel that I've added that says The Cast. And if you click on that, it actually brings you to the rundown on my card, because I have a separate section just for telling people who the characters are and what they're about. So real quick, let me just what is it? Where are you? Yep. So if you click on that little The Cast button down there, it actually brings you to the part of my card page where it shows you who the characters are. So, you know, we've got me, we've got Director Muller, my shitty fucking handler who sucks and won't get her hands off of me. You've got Esther Rains, who is voiced by Loot VT, as you actually see right there in the chat. Let's hear what she sounds like. Yeah, we've got all of them have little voice lines that let you show you what they sound like, and I try to write their voice lines to be out of context, but to still kind of like immediately kind of show you who they are when it comes to their attitudes and personalities. For context, by the way, every sample line is intended to have been said to Sasha. Oh, not the fucking Reigns champ. We'll get to that later. Here's one that Professor Sadowski, who is being voiced by our good friend Jadazo, who actually voiced my original lore video back in my re-debut in 2023. He's voicing this man, this sopping wet cat of a man, this guy who thinks he's hot shit. He really looks like that kind of motherfucker who would say that. The Crow wannabe. Yeah, I literally sent like reference images of like Jared Leto and Russell Brand and fucking Laszlo Cravensworth to V, and I was like, okay, I need you to make this motherfucker look like an like guy who thinks he's hot shit, but he just fucking sucks. Like, absolutely, we needed a fail guy in my lore. And that's who Sadowski is. And then, of course, you've got Director Muller, voiced by Bonacula VT, the only person who could ever voice a character like this. This voice line got Olivka Rowe to, like, key smash for, like, 5 minutes straight. Yeah, it's peak. Yeah, it's peak. Bonnie does really fucking good work, and Bonnie is the only person who ever could have, like, voiced this character. It's, like, no, wait till you hear when I send a script for all of the, like, bit and sub, redeems off to her. Another part of that I'm working the characters into the on-stream thing is, like, stream intros, BRB states, and outros are now going to be bookended with a special stinger I'm working on that is going to be the UNISG logo and various different lines from Muller. So, like, right before we get into a stream, like, it's going to be like, okay, you know, here's your objective, lock and load, Bloodhound, or whatever. And at the end of a stream, it's going to be like, oh, you know, another win for us, well done out there, and shit like that. So there are going to be, like, little, like, character bumpers of Muller kind of like, you know, like briefing and debriefing me before streams and after them. And all of this is in service of being like, okay, we need to make like the characters more like a part of the stream. Because like the characters are there, but I don't want to be like the type of VTuber where you only really see my characters in like, you know, like the lore sequences. I want them to be part of the stream. And obviously, I think that like one of the people who does that the best is Pinch. Pinch is the best at that. So let me show y'all some of the other ways that I've incorporated Reigns. Because like, okay, y'all got to see the little bit redeem, yes, and the way that Muller does like the chat interfacing. Like now, for example, let me give a shout out to Loot VT for doing a fantastic job at voicing Reigns, by the way, because we absolutely needed a butch lesbian in my lore. There we go. Thanks, Muller. Obviously, one thing I'm going to be doing a lot more once all of the voice lines are finished being recorded and ready is you can expect me playing the character of Sasha Moore and not just being like, you know, not just being like the VTuber. Instead, I'm actually going to be like doing my best to be acting as the character on screen and on stream. Not just like if we gave Muller an actual Twitch, not a bot account. Dude, you need to understand, that's why I couldn't have Muller like have the banning ability. If I made Muller a mod, it would be fucked. My Twitch career would be dead in the fucking water. My Twitch career would be dead in the water so fucking fast you'd think it was Ocean Gate 2. But yes, so once the like voice lines are all done between like the like new like Muller alerts that I want to send to Bonnie and like the like stream bumpers, I'm going to be actually like spending more time on stream in character, because I miss being in character, because being in character is fun. Muller would hate you, Chance. Muller would also like probably the things that Muller would do to you I can't even talk about on stream. That's why I get... Yeah, so here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Let me show you guys, okay? So, first off, we now have special new redeems. Like, obviously, I can show you guys the Reigns ones. And first off, we've got a raid, or we got a ban message. So how about we go for... Here, you know what? Here, if you think Muller would punt you... let's see. That's a raid message. That's the raid one. Whoops, I played the raid. You know, the movie, the raid.
Sasha, get down. You're surrounded.
So yes, it'll... let me look at this real quick. If I go down to chat bans, let me actually go back to the bar real quick. Here we go. Punt me, Muller. Yeah, here we go. I'm not going to, like, type in, like, a different user every single time, but I can show you all some of the voice lines. As soon as Mix It Up actually responds, because it's taking a moment, because Mix It Up. There we go. A good little program. So if you want to, like, look at this, like, let's see here,
Just hold still for me. Got him.
So yes, the ban alerts now, as much as I really love that fucking oh my god bro clip from SpongeBob, I now have like diegetic ban alerts where Reigns shoots you.
Are you gonna make me do all the work or what?
Music timing was great, yeah. Oh, no, don't worry, Angel, I'm getting to yours. Because that's the thing, is like I was telling everybody, I learned how to, like, nest randomized actions inside of randomizers and mix it up. Which means that now I can have, like, cameos where it plays, like, different ones from different people. So I'm trying to have, like, little rare voice lines for most of my different alerts. There's most of the raid alerts are, like, Reigns telling me that I'm surrounded or there's, like, a sneak attack or whatever. But one of them is her calling a fucking broken arrow on me, which is really funny.
What would you do without me?
So yeah, you can see like it plays like randomized, like random, like different like text lines and voice lines. Obviously, each voice line is hard paired to a text line because having it be otherwise would be way too much fucking work. But yes, you can expect to see and hear like varied ones over the course of streams just to keep things feeling nice and fresh and to really sell the idea that these are characters and not just, you know, like skins I put over my alerts. And of course, Of course.
Bloodhound, this is Sunshine Actual. I got this one.
He's got eyes on you, Bloodhound. Watch it.
Oh shit! Thank you for the follow, Kibora. Hey look, there's one of the Reigns redeems. Thank you for the canteen sip, Lav, by the way. It's good to see you, Lav. How are you doing today, homie? The angel one I'm very, very proud of. But yeah, so, let me see here. The follow one is very, very fun. Yeah, that little yeah, I actually, I hate to say it, since there's no what is it, since there's no, like blackout, or 300 blackout ammo in, Stalker Anomaly, I had to use a sound clip of, 556. My SVD is ready for the zone. Yeah, I've been meaning to get to the Stalker, but I've had so much change in the past while that I figured it was a good idea to be, spending some time updating on everybody on how it's going. Your setup was already super impressive. Oh, thank you so much, Sictor. That means the world to actually hear. I appreciate that, because I really want to, like, add, like, you know, I want like my like, obviously ever since like 2024, I wanted my story to be like more of a story, like not just like VTuber lore. I want it to be like a story. And obviously I've been like busting my ass on making characters that feel cohesive and fleshed out. And not gonna lie, a lot of writing has been for like non-canon shit, but it is ways of like fleshing out the characters. So finding ways to incorporate them into stream has been kind of like a difficult little situation, but I'm very happy that y'all seem to be liking how they're coming out, and it means the world to me that like y'all, like, people are seeming to really like these characters and really liking the way that they're being incorporated. And if you like them so far, then trust me, you're going to want to keep watching, because I still have so much to incorporate. I do find it very funny though that where is it?
Toretto, pay attention. You've got a tail.
I do like that Reigns, my co-operator, my fucking UNISG, you know, like fucking Shadow, my rival. I don't know how much of this I could talk about on Twitch, but it's gotten to a point where like at least like almost 2,000 people are now aware of Reigns, and entirely because of a commission I got of her and me making out sloppy style. Non-canon is still contributed. Yes, exactly, because, I mean, like, not for nothing, but, like, the insane fucked up Yuri I've been writing between, like, me and Muller is Yuri that was in service of understanding the dynamics of the characters. Where's the, oh, by the way, since Kelly's here, you haven't changed your stream overlay in 3 years? I mean, that's fair. I haven't changed my model in going on 3 now, and I haven't changed my overall, like, setup in a long time either. I mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with not changing your shit. Like, if it works, you know? Sometimes you just gotta learn how to... Amanda? Amanda? Why? I can't believe it. I can't believe this. I can't believe she just redeemed the Brigand Oaxaca stream. Now I actually have to plan that, you understand. I actually have to play Brigand Oaxaca. Also, welcome back. What do you mean you're back from oh, have you been fucking reading Courtship this entire time, Soroka? Oh, you didn't. Okay, you scared the shit out of me. You scared the shit out of me. You didn't actually redeem Brigand Oaxaca. Okay, I got scared. I got really fucking scared. But yeah, so I'm very happy that y'all seem to like the characters, for more than just watching them make out sloppy style with me. That next commission of Reigns and Muller is gonna kill people, is all I'm gonna say. So... You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Anyway. So I'm happy that y'all seem to like the character integration, and like I'm saying, please pay attention and keep, you know, stay tuned, because I have so much more to incorporate once I get all these scripts done.
We'd like to take a moment to
send off to
announce
Bonnie, because I've been kind of busting my ass and like trying my best to make these lines sound great. But unfortunately, there's only so many ways I can spin the hey, you got a sub or somebody paid you thing. So it's kind of like really making me stretch out my writing chops. But it's gonna do great. Yes, I also need to work on a character that Nick's planted in my brain, who I proceeded to horny post about on my After Dark account for like 2 fucking hours and completely fall apart, because Prague does shit to me. So look forward to where things are with the characters. Also, since Kelly's here, I just want to play her follow alert.
Hey, Sasha, be careful. Looks like someone's following you. Want me to take care of them?
I love Kelly's goofy little noontider. And granted, I think that's almost all of the, cameo redeems. Gotta do the radio stuff so others can hear those lines. Yes! Voice acting snippets I've been practicing my... Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Want me to take care of him? Yeah, that's like so well done by Kelly. I appreciate the fuck out of her. So yeah, now like that means like the only other cameo redeem is I think the one of Reigns for the bit redeem complaining about not getting tips. So we're all up to speed on where things are with the stream. And like I said, as always, if you ever want to learn more about the characters, you can go to the little section in my About Me that links to the cast and learn more about them. And also, funnily enough, because I wanted to be thorough about it, if you ever actually click on the Mullerbot's Twitch profile, her website is listed as just my whereabouts, and it also brings you to the lore page. So anybody who wants to know more about the characters gets like a very like easy way of like because I even rewrote the actual like here's more about the characters thing on the card, because I spent so long trying to be coy and trying to like be like, oh, you know, here's the parts that I'm gonna like obscure to the audience and tease for the recap. But I realized the recap is taking long enough that it's probably better if I just establish the characters now. So I basically dropped a lot of the pretenses and a lot of like the coy like obscuring of information and just said, just tell people who the fucking characters are. Just tell people who the characters are and they can see the character do these things later. But first you need to actually like show the characters to people. So I'm also like currently in the process of rewriting the lore, channel in my Discord, because that, as I've been told by a couple of people, is a little bit impenetrable. And compared to, obviously like the lore recap was kind of made to like basically make that channel kind of like, you know, what's the word? Obsolete. So it's like, oh, here's like a 30-minute video with voice acting and scripts and everything that runs you down through like a voice-acted clip show of my own lore that shows you exactly where everything's been. And yet that's been taking a long time. So in the meantime, now that I'm already getting the characters into the story, it's a better idea to just like rework the Discord lore thing anyway and worry about the rest of the shit after the fact. So stay tuned to where where the presentation of the story is, and I hope you all like these little characters that I'm introducing to the story. Certainly learning about Muller through nothing more than random lines I hear. It took me days to learn Muller. Well, I mean, to be fair, Lav, a big part of it is that, like, Muller... I've talked before about how, like, androgyny is, like, accidentally, like, kind of, like, an element of, like, my lore's tone. Because, like, on one hand, you've got me. I'm wearing, like, easily the most femme outfit in the entire fucking, the most femme outfit in like the entire cast, and I'm also very boorish and canonically have like a thick East Coast accent and generally am just a huge shitter and also kind of a cold-blooded killer. Reigns, meanwhile, who is a canon trans femme, dresses very, very butch. Muller, meanwhile, who is like a 40-year-old woman, is walking around in like a dress shirt and khakis. So it's like the women are like surprisingly like androgynous slash like have like little elements of like mask in them. And then you've got Sadowski, our fucking resident fail guy, who is absolutely embarrassing. So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like a big part of it is like just the fact that like you almost like wouldn't really know that Muller is like that, because like Muller really is like very, very like, there's like the degree of like androgyny to like how she acts, where like you can imagine if you listen to her speak, she actually does come across as fairly ladylike. Because I mean, you know, she's like a 40-year-old woman with like a blonde ponytail who absolutely obliterates me every time I look at like art of her. But like at the end of the day, like at the end of the day, while she does sound and carry herself as fairly ladylike, when it comes to like her actual actions, you know, it's like there's no like, you know, like understanding of like there's no like gender to it. She's just like a evil motherfucker down to like the very bones in her body. Dresses and makeup aren't very good against radiation. Funnily enough, I actually think the only character in my lore who canonically wears makeup is Reigns. Reigns wears makeup. She wears eyeshadow. She does have those cute little freckles too. I'm gonna stop like gushing about the characters, but anytime anybody wants to know things about the characters, you can ask me. Anytime. Like I said, I've dropped the pretenses of trying to be coy and hide elements of the story until the recap or until chapter 3 because they're taking so long. So at this point, if you ever want to know anything about the characters, you can just ask me. Heard Muller wears khakis and me Triforce shirt and cargo pants. Oh Christ, you can't do this to me. Yeah, Reigns is that fucking freckled redheaded fuck. Like, Muller in like a fucking like dad build would be terrible. Muller's day off. And she's got like fucking Crocs on. You should do that, Lav. You should absolutely do that. She has the cup metal shirt. Alright, so now that I've stalled for sufficiently over an hour, how about we actually get to Stalker 2? So, here's the thing. I started another Stalker 2 save when I had my PC set up before I actually got my internet, because I wanted to start over, and now that new things like the 1911 and the Mosin and the Night Vision have been added, I wanted to start over and have access to these things from like earlier shit. And so I've been doing that. So I've been playing a fresh save, and I'm back in the garbage again. So we can hang out for a little bit, and we can hang out and play Stalker and just chill, because that's what Stalker Tuesday is about. It's the fucking Burning Man's Soul is playing, and I can't think. They have a better combo than Sasha in starting a new Stalker playthrough. I am always starting up new playthroughs of my favorite video game. Muller should be hanging out with Maureen and both wear Crocs. Muller, I think, would actually, like, throw up a little bit in her mouth if you tried to make her wear Crocs. Like, granted, Muller's got, like femme khakis, like they're very, like, you know, form-fitting. And then you got Reigns in her slacks. I think somebody on that one Splash Zone commission explicitly stated that Reigns' slacks, like, completely fucking caused them to have, like, a heart attack. And you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I think Katon said, why did you give her the hairstyle that obliterates the cat? And I'm like, I don't know, dog. I didn't even know that about you until you told me that, like, right now. Fuck. So yes, ooh, Kibora, that sounds dope as shit. Reigns is hot, but her music taste sucks. Well, yeah, because I explicitly asked the person who's doing the newest commission, hey, can you include the lyrics for Fever for the Flava from Hot Action Cop? You don't understand how much part of me died inside when I had to, like, go up to an artist I respect and link lyrics for Fever for the Flava and be like, yeah, can you put this in the commission, please? No, not the part where he says, gonna take that booty to the nudie dimension. Can you use this other part here? Yeah. Thank you. I part of me died. I was like, I feel like I've worked. What are you doing to my partner? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I've unfortunately exposed Ocean to music, really insane rap rock about eating pussy, I guess. Is this just where we're at? Good evening, good to see you, Soul. If Esther Reigns tries to play Hot Action Cop in my truck again, I am going to leave Reigns' shaped tent in my dashboard. Okay, but what if she plays Seether? Because she listens to Seether too. And Shinedown. Dude, Reigns would be a huge Linkin Park head. God. Let me give Ben a shout out. Ben, it's good to see you. It's very good, because, oh, fuck, I'm starting to get fucking, like, cooked tonight. Depends on the album. Preferably, like, I would say Reigns would like Meteora. Reigns would very much like Meteora. Now I have to make them listen to Brain Rot to cancel it out. Saliva? Oh, Click Click Boom is on her playlist. Anyway, please go check out our good homie Soulstone, because that motherfucker has been, like, you know, in my corner through some of the toughest of fucking days. Absolute fucking king. We love this dude. He's wonderful. A shining ray of happiness and positivity around us. Good to see you as well, Taskbari. How are you doing tonight? It's always good to see you, and hope you're doing your best these days. Sorry I don't chat as much with you because I'm just so fucking busy, but I'm absolutely really fucking proud of everything you've been pulling off with in your personal progressions and with your Dark Souls 3 mod. I appreciate that, Soul. You're the best. Would there be any MCR? Okay, Ghost of You is on Reigns' playlist. Ghost of You is on Reigns' playlist. All Out Boy. Surprisingly not, because most of the... Okay, so one thing that y'all are gonna like, and I promise this is the last time I'm gonna gush about my fucking Blorbos, Demon Souls. Fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm having reading all of the chat messages is scrambling me. So this is the last time I'm gonna gush about my Blorbos before I actually get to the fucking game. But one of the ways that I tend to hash out my characters understanding of who they are is by doing it through music taste. When I was like, okay, how do I hash out Muller? What does Muller listen to? What is a woman who basically just loves to treat other people like garbage and then basically taunt them for falling further down and just ending up in really low places because of her? What kind of music would she listen to? The kind of woman who looks at a character like Sasha and says, you're absolutely puzzling and I find you completely just absolutely unsightly and I want to just grab you in my hands and pull you apart. What kind of music does a woman like that listen to? I know, she listens to industrial. She listens to Health, to Blacklight Burns, all that kind of shit. Obviously the character of Sasha primarily listens to folk and punk, so a lot of shit granted a lot of the screamo and folk music that I personally like to listen to. So Sasha, the maid canonically listens to stuff like, Envy or Leonard Cohen or shit like that. Reigns is the biggest butt rock, nu metal, and alt metal head ever. Reigns' playlist is let me see here, because every character has their own playlist of 13 songs that I put together for them. Every single one. I'm still working on the Sadovsky one. It's going to mostly okay, actually, you know what, it's funny you say that, Noodles, because Muller does listen to a little bit of girly pop. I put a Lidytron song on there. There's a little bit of new wave, and shit like that in there. So she does listen to some pop. Canonically, Muller, as a Romanian, has indeed listened to the Numa Numa song, and it's her guilty pleasure. Don't tell anybody you heard this, but you did hear it from me. But on Reigns' playlist here, we've got Die Motherfucker Die by Dope, Click Click Boom by Saliva. I put Death Blooms by Mudvayne on there, but I'm thinking about switching it. Ghost of You by MCR, Fake It by Seether, She Builds Quick Machines by Velvet Revolver, a band I don't expect anybody to remember, but I mean, Scott Weiland's voice, all I gotta say, rest in peace, Scott Weiland, the Melody Man. We got Cry for Help by Shinedown. Okay, funny you say that, Max, because we do have a track off Iowa here. Quarter by Fuel, Skin on Skin by Queens of the Stone Age. That's a song about eating pussy. I Let Go by 18 Visions. My Plague by Slipknot. Kill For You by For You by Killswitch Engage. Making Reigns canonically listen to Killswitch Engage feels like a very interesting move there. And also, of course, Going Down on It by Hot Action Cop, which has to be there. So no Five Finger Death Punch, mainly because I don't listen to FFDP, because obviously all of my characters are ways of me, compartmentalizing my own, music taste into the, my characters. So, the side of me that likes the folk and punk listens to, is Sasha. The side of me that likes industrial and pop, is the Muller. And the side of me that likes all the butt rock listens, is the Reigns one. So, no Finger 11. Send the track to me, I'll consider adding it. Because the other thing is I need, it's not just songs that musically feel like the character or fit their taste. There have to be songs that, fit, what the character is about. like, For You or My Curse by Killswitch kind of fit the way that Reigns views Muller, because canonically, Reigns and Muller were dating a little bit before I came into the picture. That's a thing. They were together and now they're not. Ghost of You feels particularly Howard Jones's voice is nuts. I feel like I would have listened to Killswitch Engage way earlier in my life if I knew that their vocalist, at least at that time, sounded like that. Howard Jones is like up there with like Leon Witherspoon as like one of my favorite metal vocalists, because holy fuck does he do good. Like, wow. It's insane. So yeah, no, when I put like songs on like the character like playlist, I kind of prefer them to be songs that like not just like sonically but also tonally and lyrically fit the character, which is why Muller's playlist is a lot of music that is very like noticeably like person who is like either disgusted by you or like infatuated with you to an incredibly unhealthy degree, doing things that are not okay to you. So, you know, we've got Closer by Nine Inch Nails. We've got Stop a Bullet by Blacklight Burns. We've got When the Bow Breaks by Sleep Token. We've got Solid Gold by Battle Tapes. Fucking Do It All the Time by I Don't Know How But They Found Me, or even Digital Bath by Deftones. Digital Bath is incredibly Muller-core. And a couple of others like Dissolved Girl by Massive Attack. Lots of tracks that are just like, here's like a song where it's like very obviously about very toxic love, and there's a very noticeable power dynamic. So like obviously the major element of like Muller and the way she interacts with me and Reigns is that there's a very obvious power dynamic. You know of Battle Tapes? Yep. I found them out in 2023, right when when Texture came out, and I have been hooked on them. I consider their song Alive to be like a very like me and Nyx track. I fucking love Battle Tapes. But like going by the lyrics of Solid Gold is like, the lyrics of Solid Gold are like absolutely Muller-core. Where is it? What is it? Fucking God. I only want to be your self-inflicted wound. It sees you, baby, the friction between me and you. Show me what makes you human. I'll show you vulnerable. You bend, you break, you surrender, and melt like solid gold. That's like songs about like very toxic power dynamics and shit like that are extremely Muller-core. And then again, like all of like Sasha's tracks feel like very, very like apocalyptic, like screaming into the sky, very like atmospheric and like downtrodden. So you've got tracks from like Touche Amore, Queens of the Stone Age, Loathe, Red House Painters, Alexis on Fire, and an MCR track. We've got Famous Last Words in there. But I love yapping about my Blorbos. I'm gonna stop stalling now. I've been stalling for almost an hour and a half about my Blorbos. So let's actually get to Stalker, if we're cool with that. Alive is so good. I don't think there's been a Battle Tapes release I haven't liked. I very much like that they take their time. I like that they take their time with their fucking work. Like the fact that like their two major LPs were like almost like going on a decade apart, and yet it's like you can still tell it's just like I classified Battle Tapes and I Don't Know How But They Found Me in very similar places as being like bands who are just a bunch of big fucking dorks who like making some of the hardest shit ever, with very, very good understandings of retro-futurist aesthetics. I don't know how, but They Found Me is a band that I was like, a bunch of people were telling me to get into, and then I was like, I don't really know if they're for me. And then as soon as I listened to like Razzmatazz with Iris, I was like, nope. No, this is good. I was like, they recreated the ink spots formula and had like the little baritone break in the song be done by a text-to-speech voice. That's so cute. And I also really like, God, what's that? There's like one track off of that album. When I used to use Spotify to assemble playlists for, yes, you should absolutely, like that. That's like one of my favorite things to do. Where's that one track? Cluster Hug. I love that Cluster Hug, but I don't know how, but They Found Me legitimately sounds like a track off of Danger Days, which I also love. Yeah, I don't know how, but they found me as gas. I fucking love that band. And they're very Muller-core. Alright, so yes, I'm gonna get into Stalker now. I'm gonna stop fucking stalling, and if anybody has questions about any of my blorbos or wants to know more about the lore, please ask me, because I will be happy to gush about it. It's a shame that, like, half of I Don't Know How is gone now, and I've heard from Iris that their newer album is pretty okay, but it could be worse. But it also could be better. Sleep well, Amanda. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. It's been wonderful to see you. Sleep well and be good to yourself, and be safe out there. Honestly, I feel that, Lav, because, like, I mean, obviously, I've discussed it a few times on stream, but I discovered my plurality through, like, you know, my, my OCs. I mean, like, I relate to, like, implementing your own trauma into your characters, because, I mean, like, Muller is a character who, like, grew up, you know, like, in a group home, and that's me implementing my own, like, experience through adoption into Muller. A lot of elements of loss and my own grappling with, like, death is a big part of the character of Sasha. I incorporate a lot of things I've been through as a therapeutic way of handling them and coping with them by incorporating them into Sasha. And, I mean, like, I don't really think you need call it trauma dumping. It sounds like you're incorporating, like stakes and meth and things you've been through as a means of making your characters feel real, and I don't think that's, like, that's a thing that more people should do. I think a lot of people would be able to get through some really, really scary shit if they were able to, like, navigate their trauma and their hurt through characters like that. And it's why no matter what happens, I'm never gonna let anybody tell me how I'm supposed to feel about VTubing, because VTubing saved my fucking life with how I was able to navigate my own thoughts by placing them into my character. And I don't want anybody to think that that's a thing that they can't do. I think that's a good, bookend to get into the game. Thank you, I'm NetOK, for the follow. Appreciate you.
Soretto, pay attention.
Throws rock at you. What the fuck? That's fucked up. You can't do this to me. Alright. Let's get into the game then. I've stalled for an hour and a half. Alright. Could yap forever about writing and characterization. Fucking tell me about it. Also, I think starting a new save made my game run a little bit better. She still kind of runs like ass because, like, it's Stalker 2. But, like, also, it's because, like, you know, it's like anytime you're in a faction hub, it's gonna run. Lav is the reflection of myself as my own trauma as a tool. No, yeah, absolutely, that's cool shit. Nothing is more fun than making new blorbos for myself. Ah, the game have frozen. Listening to you yap is great. Oh, thank you, Noodles. I appreciate that. AMD gang. I don't know. I would argue if Stalker didn't run like shit, I feel like it wouldn't be Stalker. Noodles, I gotta have you on stream at some point. That could be a good time. Yeah, no, Ziggy, I totally understand that too. Like hearing Missy and Angel and like Amanda talk about like their writing processes is so fucking dope. So yeah, here we are in my newer save I've created where I'm just back in the garbage again. I've switched a couple of my things out. So I've got... Is it gonna load the... Ah, right, okay. It hasn't loaded the bucket. So I'm still using once again what I think Soroka called last stream as the TF2 sniper loadout of where is it? Mosa Nagant, so bolt action rifle and shitty little SMG secondary. Making a great big batch of characters for another project to work alongside my deranged toxic Yuri. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been meaning to get to what you sent me, Missy, and I promise as soon as life stops moving so fast, I owe you, Amanda, and Soul my proper in-depth thoughts on what you've been sending me. I have a note in my phone's like home screen reminding me. Oh fuck. So I also found it interesting that oh shit. I actually haven't shot at any wardens this entire run. What the fuck? Hold up. What are we doing here? Also, my HUD is gone. I don't think that's supposed to be happening. Bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna load my save real quick, because I think the HUD being gone is not supposed to happen. I think that's a stalker moment. Maybe the game runs better because the old save file might have had a bunch of crust from old... Yeah, no, honestly, it's not... He did say the thing. He did say the anu chiki briki of damki. Popoli suke. God, it feels so nice to be, like, streaming and not having, like, my mom being like, oh, you're, like, getting loud, even though I'm, like, not. And instead I'm just, like, doing whatever the fuck I want, you know? Like, this is good. It feels so fucking freeing to be streaming in here. And, like, I can feel a lot of, like, anxieties and nervouses, like, and, like, nervous energies I used to have about streaming. Like, that I didn't have when I started, but began to, like, you know, kind of take in the more I streamed and the more I kind of, like, started to deal with growing pains and, like, technical issues that were entirely based around my, like, home life. Now kind of dissipating, and I'm just kind of able to, like, be me again. I think this might be the first time you're seeing, like, a fully relaxed on-stream Sasha since 2022. But obviously the major difference is that in 2022, I didn't have so many people in chat. In 2022, I still had, like, even, like, post-PNG debut, I still had many streams where we just had a completely dead chat. And now things are a little bit different, where chat is bustling so much that I genuinely cannot keep up with everything. And I just kind of have to, like, drop some messages where it's like, I wish I could read all of these in time, but I just can't, so I promise I'll get to the ones that I can't. And if you really need me to see a message, you can highlight it. And it kind of hurts that it has to be like this, but I'm just not able to read every message at once anymore. I'm not able to do that. It kind of hurts. Did you use DDU to get rid of the old driver? I mean, I always, like, NVIDIA gives me an option to do a clean install whenever I, update my drivers, and I always do clean installs when I update my drivers. If that helps. People are not ready for Unchained Nyx. No, they're not. I am also not ready for Unchained Nyx. I'll tell you who is chained, though. I've got my fucking collar on and have had it on this entire time. Need to figure out a new system for finding the kind of music I'm thinking of in my head, because I can't just aimlessly sift through Spotify. I can give you a hand. I'm pretty good at, like, finding artists and shit based on, like, different ideas and vibes and all that. I can give you a hand. Oh, Jesus, Nyx. Interesting that you said that you can hear the difference, Wisp, but that makes me feel pretty good. I'm a fucking dork, and talking about my stupid lore is weird. I don't think you're a dork, and your lore isn't stupid. I think it's dope. Need good space western music. Okay, space western. That's interesting, because I do know of one song that is actually written about Firefly, but it's a very Coheed-styled post-hardcore track, so I don't think that's what you're looking for. But I'll get to it. But yeah, no, like, you're hearing, like, a much more kind of, like, relaxed and at peace Sasha than you did back when I was still living with my family and having to deal with, like, bad internet and bad, like, people and bad everything. Yeah, that's what I figured you meant. And now it feels so nice to just be able to sit here and relax. And arguably, even though I am way more stressed because I have a lot more things to deal with, I'm able to actually have the ability to, like, de-stress and go on stream and feel good again. When I haven't in, like, over a year because I had so many technical difficulties to juggle. Either I'd have, like, bad frames or bad connection or some other shit would go down. And now it's like, no, I got a decent GPU, I got decent internet, I got a place of my own, I can do whatever the fuck I want in. And it's like, this is, like, this legitimately is like, it feels like if you just kind of cut out the middle years of like 2024 and like some of 2023, you just see like this is kind of like the me that I like to be when I'm streaming. I like to just be cold chilling and yapping and do whatever the fuck, and playing my favorite games and, you know, just being really uppity and excited about it. And when I have like, when I'm always like looking down at the drop frame counter because I'm expecting my mom's internet to go to shit, that's like kind of hard to do. Yeah, it's having my own place. Ah, I'm sorry, homie. But yeah, it's just, it feels really good. It feels really good, even though it unfortunately does also kind of come at the cost of, since I've been growing a fair bit, even though I've been streaming very on and off lately. Of course, expect weekly schedules to come back now that I'm actually like able to go full swing into streaming again naturally. I hope I never have to move back in with my parents. I am gonna do whatever I can to make sure that never happens, because I'm basically cutting all ties with them now. I'm kind of burning that bridge pretty thoroughly. So I'm hoping that never happens. Out of all our vast array of nightmares, this is the one Sasha chooses for herself. Liberation. Why does that feel like a Disco Elysium quote? But yeah, and unfortunately, like, the one downside is that, because I've grown a fair bit, even though I've been streaming very on and off, chat is very hard to keep up with. Chat is very hard to keep up with because I'm not adjusting super well to it. So I hope I'm doing good at being a streamer who's like paying attention to my chat. Miss living with my partner and just want to get a job. Yeah, well, I'm happy you got one though. You did get one pretty recently, didn't you? They actually. Oh hey, Freedomer. Yeah, how do those fucking Freedom Bucks feel? The lens flare on headlamps is a little bit egregious now, I've noticed. A veritable pile of chats. Oh, you're getting... Oh, dude, I'm so fucking sorry. Alright, so, let's look at what I actually have to do in Stalker. So, I guess the next major mission I have to do is to go into that old fucking, like a prison complex and go get some shit. If I remember correctly, is that where X18 was? Mentally disconnect that you're not a freedomer anymore. I know, because that's where X18 is. The detention center is where I want to go. Stalker 2 has ass lights to begin with. Wait till I get that fucking night vision goggles. Because now that I'm on a fresh save, there's like NVGs being sold by a dude like right here in the fucking garbage. I also noticed that frames drop a little bit more when it's rainy just because of the reflective surfaces. Even though I have to admit, the reflective surfaces, especially on HUD weapons in Stalker 2, do not look terribly great. This reminds me of, like, Back for Blood. Ellie started at the top and now she's cooked. I mean, who am I to judge? Am I any different? You think Circa or Malachite would bring in LEDs? Uh-oh. Alright, hold up. I gotta bring the bucket out. Oh. I do appreciate that mutants seem to be falling into those a lot more, because back in the day, they almost never did. Something zone kills LEDs. I mean, if Stalker Anomaly is anything to go by, Psi, energy sources certainly do. Oh wait, this is the old bandit base. I do find it interesting that this place is, like, completely fucking empty. Completely fucking empty, until, like, you do the side quest for it. Like, then all of a sudden it's fully populated with bandits, and you're like, where the fuck were you guys earlier? Noticing those super yellow headlights on the road, I started seeing more of them this year. I can't say I have, but going by your description, let's hope I don't. Real ghastly extreme reach fried my brain. I need to watch the VOD. Even more than those super white LEDs. Like, why can't we just have normal fucking headlights, dog? Alright, so McCurtley and Malachite are in the detention center and they're just doing whatever the fuck they do over there. Oh, that's a lot of fucking pigs. I really don't have time for this. I am not trying to tow it with the pigs. Ouch. Yeah, try coming up here, shithead. A single incandescent light bulb on the roof of your car. Lav cannot be trusted behind the wheel. Lav and I should have a fucking demolition derby. Also, I figured I'd let everybody know for, like, the Discord people, but, like, right now, the Glock parties are on hold or might have to be rescheduled off of Wednesdays, since my job keeps giving me, like, early AM shifts on Thursdays, meaning I don't get to stay up late on Wednesdays. So, either we hope that I get, like, different, like, Thursday hours when I get transferred, or we switch it off Wednesdays. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do Glock parties on the same day. Lav is a mech pilot. Well, yeah, that'll do it. I never met a mech pilot that was good at driving a car for the life of me, except maybe an anti-plug. I'm gonna go talk to Swimsuit Fucker about that. God, I really like when they, like, the fucking, like, the way different games implement these, like, wild little, like, you know, fucking, like, barbed wire walk-ups into the prison. The way those always look. So there's a fucking anomaly down there, and there's really good artifacts to be had. But there's a wicked fucking anomaly down there. But first I have business. Here we go. Alright, let's see what I get out of this fucking, out of this anomaly today. What you got? I see you. Get over here. Oh, it's a hypercube. Oh my god, it's a hypercube. Holy shit, I lucked out. Holy shit, I lucked out. That's a good fucking artifact. That's a good fucking artifact. Okay, so for those who don't know... Hey, excuse me, I'm trying to fucking show off my loot. Dickhead. For those who don't know, the artifact, unfortunately has a very, very high radiation output. But it also has really high bleeding resistance and, like, fire protection. Look at this thing. Ain't she beautiful? It's good shit. It's good shit. So, good thing I got that. But I can't actually equip it. There's also a corpse down here. I need to get that key off of him. So it's safe to assume I'm probably going to be shilling out, like, at least, like, 1,000 fucking coupons to fix the suit when I get out of here, thanks to that. But, like, what are you going to do? Love that Stalker 2 implemented lead-line belt slots. Yeah, I love that. I do think it's very interesting that, like, a lot of the gameplay mechanics and elements that, like, Misery and all of the Misery likes added in kind of started getting, like, implemented into Stalker 2 in probably, like, the most, like... the best ways they could have implemented them, I would argue. Alright, Spark.
Не знаю, що ти тут забув.
А Ріхтеру ти довіряєш? Це він дав ваші координати.
So we're trying to find a guy named Nestor, because we're trying to figure out what's, we're trying to figure out who sold us out and stole our scanner with our artifact. And we got told apparently it was a guy named Solder because he was the guy that Herman was working with. Solder told us that he didn't sell us out and it was a guy named Nestor. I killed Solder anyway for inconveniencing me. But now we're trying to figure out where Nestor is.
Варта. Поки мої люди були всередині, вони перекрили на фабриці всі виходи та заглушили зв'язок.
Ain't she beautiful as your face is visibly sizzling holding it in front of you? Well, yeah. Haven't you ever heard about cutting off the nose to slight the face? I cut off the whole face to slight what's in my hand. Oh, what's Nestor to
А
you?
вам, Нестор, навіщо потрібен?
Сам старий нас не цікавить. Але він, як та
Magpie?
тягне все, що погано лежить.
Soroka, is this true? Is this something you do? Do you steal everything that isn't nailed down?
Йому вдалося дістати в лабораторії під фабрикою. Документи, зразки, та що завгодно.
Nestor is a homie in my eyes. I don't even think you even, like, isn't Nestor dead by the time you see him?
Занадто ви організовані.
Like, Nestor is barely a character.
Хто ви?
А ти спостережливий. Ми іскра. Якщо коротко, наукова розвідка НТЦ Малахіт, яка працює на сталкерське майбутнє. А це сильно не до вподоби вартівським псам. Але зараз зона у великій небезпеці.
Remember Magpie from Call of Pripyat?
Тому
Fuck. Oh, yeah. Or, no, his name is Flint now. There's no reason to go to places Flint's been to. Dude, Flint fucking sucked.
Я подивлюся, чим можна допомогти твоїм людям.
зважай. Там можна і без кіпішу обійтися. Будівля велика і занедбана. Шляхів обійти патрулі та охорону вистачає.
Lev, I'm very happy. I'm very happy you've been cooking so hard on the lore. But I might have to ask you to lower the size of the messages and to keep things on topic if you can. Does the English dub have bad New York accents? Dog, as soon as I realized I could switch off the fucking English dub, that was the first thing I did. Sounds good, Lev. I'm excited to read it. I think I will actually go ahead and make like a special channel, either a special channel or a thread in the ArtShare channel, just because like I think it would be nice to have a place for everybody to share the things that they're like working on when it comes to writing, but also like I kind of have to agree with Katon that like putting all of it into the channel that's primarily there for like sharing like your finished creations might not be a great idea. So I would say wait until we get a channel set up for like talking about your creative processes, you know. I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll be honest, the entire, like, garbage section of Stalker 2 is still kind of like a blur in my mind. Because, like, I mean, it's the part where I, like, spent a lot of time doing side content bullshit. And also, like, because, like, half of the game is, like, chasing whoever, like, fucked with you is, like, the thing. And it's like, okay, well, obviously I know that, I don't know who the fuck Nestor is or what he did to me, but he wasn't somebody who's involved with whatever happened, so I don't know why I'm fucking going after him. And then it's like, oh, okay, so we're gonna go, like, just everything, all of, like, the bullshit going on in the, like, the garbage's politics is not interesting to me at all. It's like, okay, you got the fucking Brood, and you got, like, the Commissar, or whatever the fuck. It's like, alright, so you guys are a bunch of, like, remnants of, like, way better factions that you basically just rose from the ashes of. And, yeah, the garbage is, I mean, granted, it was like that in the original Shadow of Chernobyl 2. How nice of them to thematically make, like, the return to the garbage also be, like, you're just kind of here and blowing through. Like, you're not terribly interested in whatever the fuck is going on here. Like, no offense, like, the garbage is probably one of my favorite zones in Stalker 2 because of how much cool shit is here. Like, the garbage is great. I actually kind of really like that they merged it with the Dark Valley, in terms of, like what is going on in it and, like, all of the different, like, areas. But, like, I also really like the Slag Heap. The Slag Heap is a really, really cool, faction hub. And, of course, I didn't have to pay for this Mosin rifle I've got because you can find one on a corpse here. What? I thought the fucking drum mag on the Shah's SMG was like a unique upgrade. I didn't know you could like get a fucking drum mag for it, then just like put it onto any Viper 5. Okay. So what makes this gun special? Oh. She has a flash suppressor. Well, I mean, considering mine doesn't, there's not really any reason to use mine over it. I don't think the flash suppressor, I guess it's like a flash hider or muzzle brake or whatever, has any, like, downsides to your gun's performance, does it? It's unique colors. Skiff's only motivation is getting revenge for his apartment. Yeah, literally. Like, I love the part where it's like, oh, you know, we have to, like, you know, get this done or else you'll never get out of the zone. And he's like, bruh, I don't even have a home to go to. Like, who gives a fuck? It's either this or nothing. I appreciate Skiff. Like, bro walks into Circa. Like, the absolute, like, forefront of modern science. Where they are studying shit that, like, scientists who have existed for centuries cannot hope to figure out. They are studying how to make shit possible that is, like, absolute fucking miracles. Like, Circa is doing shit that mankind thought would be impossible, all because of, like, the insanity of the zone. And this guy walks into their fucking place and was like, so, how are you gonna pay for my new apartment? You're gonna pay for my new apartment, right? Like this fucking thing you asked me to bring to you, this, like, artifact or whatever, this shit burned down my house, dude. Like, I don't even want this thing. This thing just showed up and burned my whole fucking stoop down. So, like, here you go. Now pay up enough. I'll take a nice I'll take a nice 2-floor flat with a kitchen, please. Yeah, he really does not have any actual vested interest. Like, the only reason it's the revenge is because like the people who fucked with him got in the way of him being able to fucking, like, get enough money or whatever he needed to get a fucking new flat. That's the only reason he got, like, beef with anybody. Like, he doesn't even want to make rent. He just wants an apartment. He just wants, like, to, like, be repaid. He wants to be made whole. And everyone keeps fucking with him. That's why you sided with Agatha, since she showed him an apartment. Yeah, honestly, I didn't give a fuck about Agatha, because I don't know who the fuck she is. Alaris warning signs. Wait, let me go back. I don't really give a fuck about Agatha, because, like, I don't know who the fuck she is or what significance she has, because she's not very well fleshed out. But, like, if we go by canon Skiff and what he's about, right? Canon Skiff would make the call where at the first sign of, like, getting a new apartment, he would just go, yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. Will kill for a studio apartment. Yeah, you've summed up Skiff. I love that Skiff is, like, kind of a dickhead. Like, let's not, like, he does not care. He just wants a new apartment with a new chair and TV. ATHF Carl voice redub of Skiff. Yeah, like, he's, like, getting told, like, okay, you gotta do something, right? Because, like, fucking Beard and Sultan are gonna tear the whole goddamn zone apart if they're allowed to keep this war together. Like, you have to get involved. And then it just cuts to Skiff going, it don't matter. None of this matters. Someone's like, Skiff, you're insane. He just goes, it's going to be something. That's still my favorite Carl line of all time. That shit went so absurdly hard. Skiff has no duty left. He served his time in the military. Yeah, no, legitimately. And since this is Ukraine, I assume he was probably in the USS. Yeah. He was literally just like minding his own fucking business, and then the zone came to him. Which I do find to be really cool. Because, like, if we go by the Stalker novels, which, by the way, you can get for free if you join the Discord and scroll up in the announcements channel because I made them available to everybody. If you read the syndicated Stalker novels, right, there's, like, this indication, like, since they seem to describe, like, zones appearing in new places like Afghanistan, it would imply that, like, because Circa kept getting up to stupid shit, there were, like, multiple occurrences where they didn't even realize what they were doing was causing this. So it was like, I'm just gonna flip the switch on and off a good couple of times, and now, like, fucking 6 new zones have appeared and they don't even know about it. Oh my god. That's like 3 boars. Yeah, we should read them, Nixie. Carl hiding from the bloodsucker. Go away. I'm so tired of this. Go away, you freak. God. Sound paradise! Holy shit! I'm waiting for the thing.
Lock and load, Bloodhound. You've been made.
Holy shit, thank you so much for the fucking raid, Abyss. How are you doing today? Twitch raid soon, fellow VTuber. Let me go down to the bar real quick and say hi to everybody, shall I? Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. I have been made. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid, Abyss. Thank you for sharing your chat and your people with us. I promise they're in good hands. What were you up to? How did it go? If you have to raid and run or get up or do whatever the fuck, please feel free to. We'll be here for a while. But thank you for coming all in. For those who are new, I am Too Much Sasha, the Chernobyl battle maid. I cook, I clean, I kill, and when I'm not doing any of those things, I'm on here playing Twitch. But at all times, I'm constantly being monitored by the United Nations, and it sucks. Ah. Yeah, tell me what you were doing, homie. Oh, really? When? Now. Finally found the gift that the Muller smug emote reminds me of. God damn it. I can't believe I missed Muller Monday yesterday. That's crazy. Some of that, that's an interesting game title name. Playing some of that, Tarkov clone called Arena Breakout. Interesting. Ah. Of course it is, Wisp. Of course it is. Interesting. I'll have to check that out, because right now the only, like, extraction shooter that I've really, like, got my eye on is Road to Vostok, because it's, like, almost made by, like, a very, like, single Finnish guy, and it's really promising and atmospheric. But I'll check that out for sure. But I hope you had fun, and thanks for raiding in. I'm gonna bring us on back down to the game. Felt thematically appropriate to raid you. I appreciate that. We're just playing some Stalker 2, straight chilling, heading on down to the garbage. Vostok also has the strangest product placement. It really does. Like, Road to Vostok, like, the fact that a single Finnish guy has been making it and it's that in-depth already, versus, like, the fact that he ported it entirely to the Godot engine is, like, genuinely fucking impressive. I've heard of Hunt Showdown. I've thought about playing it, but honestly, like, Hunt Showdown has, like, a similar thing to, like, what is it? It has, like, it occupies a similar space in my mind to Dead by Daylight, where it's, like, which I don't think anybody was saying you didn't. It occupies, like, a similar space in my mind to Dead by Daylight, where it's, like, I feel like anytime I see it come up, it's because people are constantly constantly upset about it. And, like, also everybody that I see talking about it is, like, dead inside. Okay, this is a bit, right, Dwap? Escape from Tarkov and Dead by Daylight had a love child. Yeah, I'm good. I think I'm good. I have a mutual who streams a lot of Hunt. She has a permanent text overlay at the top of her screen saying, "Do not buy this." See, that's how you know that she cares. That's how you know she cares. Yeah, I used to be dating someone who played a lot of Dead by Daylight, and like I was like just going by the way she was describing it, I'm like, why are you playing this and not playing like a game that you like? Like, why would you not just go fucking play a video game you like, woman? Springtrap? Or Spring... Is that, like... Oh, right, because I think they added Springtrap to Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I remember at first the idea of, like, oh, you know, you're like a serial killer and you have to hunt people down. Sounded cool. And then I look at the gameplay and I'm like, how the fuck did you idiots manage to make this boring and shitty? How did you manage to make the idea of a serial killer hunting down survivors in, like, a slasher scenario fucking boring and shitty? How did you manage to make it not fun? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like the DBD experience. Who the fuck is William Appleton? DBD is popular and it gets numbers. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, this ex of mine was very much like a person who just kind of liked to play a lot of stuff that was like, just, you know, she was very numbers oriented, and I was like, you gotta stop thinking like that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it like 300 with you. Like, if a motherfucker puts a gun to my head and says play Dead by Daylight, tell my wife I love her. Making a game that's actually about circles. No, deadass though. Ambiguous feelings about DBD being a local cultural export. Now, what exactly do you mean by that? It's all in the numbers. It's all in the numbers. Number 1, that's terror. Number 2, that's terror. Number 3, that's terror. Terror built into the system. You have a single-issue status-fact. Do you have a single-issue status-fact to snack that up? No. Not yet. Oh. See, I've never played FNAF, and I don't want to, because its creator is a horrible Trump supporter piece of shit. And the fact that it gets a pass, by people is repulsive to me. So it's, and also, like, I've got, like, a lot of trauma from a previous ex being super into FNAF, so it's like, anytime a person is like, oh, like, this and this and this in FNAF, it's like, dog, I'm be real with you, I don't want to be hearing this. Yeah, I'm good. I will simply refuse to give any money or even a single micron of my brain space to the guy who gave, like, all of, like, the millions of dollars that, like, furries gave him to, you know, help support Project 2025. I feel like the very likely possibility that FNAF's extreme success possibly had a very real through line to Trump being reelected is something that I don't think we can, like... I think it needs to at least be possibly entertained. Time for Angel's rent-lowering gunshot. FNAF is a red flag. If you talk about FNAF in any way other than to damn the product and its creator, fuck you. Nope, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Angel, because that is exactly my thoughts. I will never ever talk about FNAF, and I'm very happy that we have cultivated a server culture where FNAF basically never comes up. Ever. And not for nothing, but, like, as soon as anybody that I'm around starts to, like, talk about FNAF, I immediately start side-eyeing them, and I start thinking to myself, okay, how can I exit this room as quickly and quietly as possible without turning heads? No, Angel, we appreciate your rent-lowering gunshots, because, I mean, like, hell, that's what the culture of the PCHC is about, you know? Like, that's what we're about here. Yeah, no, it's like, if at this point you are fully, like, where it is impossible to not be fully aware of what Scott Cawthon is about. And I remember some people being like, oh, well, you know, like, those donations were a long time ago. It's like, dude, That's like the only ones we know publicly about. Like, how many more of these was he fucking doing?
Порвуть нас тепер кодло з військ торгу. А якщо не
Yeah,
вони,
rent is
то
way
вас
too
буде.
high. But, yeah, no, it's like, at this point, it is impossible to not be fully aware of what Scott Cawthon is about. And if you choose to continue to not only, like, patronize him and play the games, but also, like, actively, like, giving any of your support, and I'm sorry to say it, but, like, I don't want to hear the thing where it's like, oh, like, I'm part of the fandom, but I don't play the games or whatever. I don't play the games or whatever, and it's like, dog, you're still giving the games publicity by, like, creating content around them. As a litmus test of if they're super cool. I mean, personally, at this point, one of my litmus tests is Pathologic 2. It's like, if you either that or Disco Elysium. But I personally vote for Pathologic 2. For being a game where it's like, okay, if you're actually based, then play this and don't complain. If you actually have good taste, then play this and don't complain. Yeah, between that and Rainbow Six Siege, I'm sorry, Abyss, but I don't know what it is about Canada and making games that make people want to die. What's up with that? What's up with that, huh?
Терекону тепер важко доведеться. Пахани не зрозуміють, якщо ніхто не передасть.
I mean, I hate to say it, but no matter how, like, overt a game is about its subtext and, like context in terms of its elements and, like, political leanings, people will still find ways to, like, let it go completely over their head. Because, I mean, think about how many generations that grew up on FX, like, FF7 are now, like, conservatives. Or all of the people who are playing Rage Against the Machine's music back during, like, the Trump rallies of 2021. Pathologic is an absolutely peak game. Personally, I think you should move it to the top of your backlog because it's a piece of art that must be experienced. And I also think it's an incredibly relevant and necessary piece of art that must be experienced. Our politeness overextends when it comes to people making bad decisions. Indies here are still goated when it comes to smaller, more intimate projects. I suppose I would agree. We'll give Canada one thing here. They do have human euthanasia. They do. They do. Because here's the thing, as soon as you, like, the only people who are allowed to do that are the state as a form of punishment, then you've already crossed the Rubicon. Most of the people listening to Rage Against the Machine in their heyday in the 90s were white suburban kids who made it about their parents. Said, yeah, no, literally, quite literally. Meanwhile, I was a woke-ass kid who grew up listening to, like, Rise Against about how George Bush is a piece of shit. That's still Rainbow Six Siege S. Yeah. Whereas Pathologic is a, like, narrative-heavy, like, horror slash, like survival game about, basically trying to, like, survive and save a town that a, like, mysterious plague is completely running into the ground. In obviously most of the games you play is different characters, but it's generally still the same story. And the story is a bunch of people are in this town, and it's like a 19th century town that still has a lot of its, like, shamanic and, like, Slavic, like, tribal roots in its culture, down to, like, its mysticism and beliefs and traditions. And the general idea is, all of a sudden, a plague is fucking, like, absolutely running amok in this town, and nobody knows how to, like, what to do about it. And what I like, though, is that the plot is generally, like, illustrated as a stage play, where the very beginning of Pathologic 2 is after Pathologic 1, where your character is like, okay, I fucked up. I let a lot of people die who didn't have to, and I really wish I didn't. But if you give me another chance, if you give me another chance to redo it, if you let me run this back, I promise I can fix it. And they're like, all right, fine, I guess we'll give you another chance. Sounds like you wouldn't be that into it. Give me a second. Thank you so much for the resub, Abyss. I appreciate the fuck out of it. Thank you for all you do. You've always been a very, very good friend to me, and I appreciate the space that you play in my life and being a fucking rock during some tough times, friend. You're always welcome in the PCHC. Yeah, no, when it comes to, like, Pathologic's, like, gameplay or whatever, listen, homies, don't fuck up this time. Yeah, quite literally, it's like, alright, we'll give you one more chance. There's also a funny part where, like, like, in Pathologic 2, your character kills a bunch of people during a cutscene. And during a later tutorial dream state section, he just goes like, hold up, like, I'm sorry I killed these people, but like it was in self-defense, and if you gave me another chance, I wouldn't do it again. And then they literally like put you back in that scenario, and you have the choice to either fight back because it's your hand-to-hand combat tutorial, which results in you killing them again, and these like people in your dream being like, see, of course you did it again. You're not a changed man at all. But, or you can also just let them kill you in the tutorial, and then the fucking people in your dream don't say shit. Pathologic 2 has a fantastic story, outstanding music, because if you watch my streams, you've already heard it. You've already heard a lot of the music in Pathologic, because I use it for my stream, like my bar playlist. It has a stellar story, incredible characters, impeccable atmosphere, it looks great, and it is generally probably one of the best indie games that I think I have ever seen. It is one of the most important indie games I've ever seen. However, Pathologic 2 is also one of the most, like, absolutely fucking oppressive video games I've ever played, and I mean that with every fiber of my being. I've played mods that make Stalker, like, absurdly difficult. I've played so many different games that are difficult and oppressive and tough and wear down at your soul. Pathologic 2 was so unbearably fucking stressful. Pathologic 2 was so taxing on my soul to play that when I finally got to, like, the hub area where the player character, like, spends most of the game living out of it, when I finally got to, like, his little, like, workshop where it's like, okay, this is just where I live now, and I knew for a fact that I was safe and nothing could hurt me, and I could rest here as long as I wanted, as long as I had food. As soon as I got to a place that truly felt safe in Pathologic 2, and I heard the song that plays, I heard the Miracle Workshop theme as soon as I stepped in and realized I was safe, I actually just started crying. I stepped in and, like, it felt like my shoulders dropped and I sighed like a fucking, like, jet stream came out of my lungs. Like, fuck. I can't believe I'm, like, safe for once. I'm not, people on the street aren't trying to kill me. I'm not about to starve to death. My family doesn't hate me. And I'm not about to die of the plague. I just walked into an old factory and I finally feel okay. And I actually started crying because of just the effect of just suddenly being at peace after spending like 4 or 5 hours of the game's like first chapter feeling like I am like one step away from being dead and nobody missing me. Because for the entire like first like couple of hours of the game, every single district hates your guts, and every time you pass into a different sector of the town, it just says, you've entered the hindquarters, you are hated here. You've entered the whatever, you are hated here. It's like, everyone fucking hates me. People crying IRL over in-game scraps that kept them going a few minutes longer. Basically, yeah, I do love how because of the game's stage play, like, presentation, all of, like, what happens, like, in, like, the story is, like, presented diegetically, and also so is your tutorial. So, like, when, for example, you need to be taught about lockpicking and how it is actually super important to go into the homes of plague-addled dead people, and people who are currently dying of disease, it is actually morally justifiable to go into their homes and take all of their food because they don't need it anyway. They're gonna die soon. And it's like, oh, well, you know, you want to talk about moral grandstanding, but you're about to starve to death, and these people aren't going to eat their food because they're dying of the plague. So what the fuck? And you're like, you know what? The game really does do a really good job at making it feel like your only option is to kind of be, like, just mildly shitty to people. Especially because the tutorial about hunger and having to rob people blind to feed yourself is that, word of the day seems to be diegetic. It's a good word, and it's a good word to describe things that I like. But, like, the way that the game describes this to you is because it's a stage play, certain things that you need to interact with, like, are where it's like, hey, we need you to, like, pay attention to this. A little, like, stage rigging spotlight will just appear and illuminate it. Or sometimes stagehands dressed in, like, black skin-tight suits and these faceless masks will appear, and they'll taunt you. So, like, one of the tutorials about, like, hunger and, like, stealing from people is a stagehand appearing and going, ladies, gentlemen, come one, come one, come all, see tonight's show, Death by Starvation. And you're like, yeah, ha, it's real fucking funny, jackass. And he's like, oh, it's not like I'm not, like, playing around, dude. Like, you gotta, like, eat something or else you're gonna die. Well, how the fuck am I gonna eat anything, dude? Like, I'm like, broke as shit and everybody hates me. Well, like, you've seen all these houses around here. They're all full of people dying of the plague and plenty of food they're never gonna eat. And you know how to get in and grab it. So, like, why not just go take it? Like, who else is gonna eat it? And you're like, okay, that's fucked up. I am not robbing people who are dying of disease. And then he just goes, all right, suit yourself. Come see my next show, Death by Starvation. And you're like, you cunt. It's genuinely so sardonic and very well put together. I fucking love Pathologic 2's, like, presentation. Pathologic 2's peak. I think everybody on Earth should be forced to sit down and play Pathologic 2 at least once. I am dead ass about that. Everybody should have to play it. I mean that. Idealism doesn't keep your organs functional. Yeah, also, like, I'm dead ass about this. Like, sometimes when people are, like, mortally wounded, you can just, like, try to steal their organs. I had this happen once, and Nyx never let me hear the end of it, where for a scripted story sequence, I had to try and pull a shiv out of a man's side. Because one of your childhood friends named Bad Grief, he grew up to be a guy who runs a fucking gang in the warehouses. And he's like, alright, look, I'm gonna get people off your back, but you need to help my man out because he's got a fucking, like, half a scissor stuck in his stomach right now. And only you know how to save him, because if I bring him to any of the big town doctors, he's gonna get in trouble for a fucking price on his head. So, like, you know, I do a favor for you, you do a favor for me, now get in there and get his shiv out. So you go in there, and you're supposed to just, like, you know, do the correct surgical thing and take the shiv out of his stomach. But my dumbass fucked up, and I accidentally pressed on the wrong part of his body, and I accidentally tried to steal his spleen, and then I caused him to bleed out and die. That was unfortunate, and it was very hard to explain that. And Nyx would never let me hear the end of it. Nyx kept, like, joking at me about how I fucked up a surgical incident and caused a man to perish horribly and painfully. In my defense, that spleen probably would have fetched a good price on the black market, but what do I know? See, the only organ that you just never ever want to take because you know it's completely worthless is the fucking pancreas. Don't bother with the pancreas, dude. If Cruelty Squad has taught me anything, the human pancreas has evolved long past its need for usage. In that time,
Sasha, be careful. Looks like someone's
oh shit,
following
thank you, Proxy.
Want me to take
Thank you for
care
the
of
follow. Welcome on into the Pripyat City Hate Crew. How are you doing tonight? In that town, wouldn't it really be the gray market? Probably would, I would argue, yeah. Talked about my own moral system. I've said that at some point I will get desperate enough to break my own moral code and wish that someone hits me over the head if I start thinking like that. I see. The appendix is more useless. Yeah, but I'm talking about in Cruelty Squad for, like, basically no reason. The human pancreas is, like, valued at $1 forever. Just had an out-of-body experience because I wasn't expecting my voice. Thank you for the stretch redeem, by the way, Lav. I'm gonna get to that in just a sec. Hold up. I might be able to actually afford those night vision goggles after I repair this gun. Give me a second to stretch real quick, though. It feels good to have a chair with, like, a proper, like, you know, lumbar support and everything, because, like I've been reading around before, like, don't get none of those fucking, like, you know, fancy gamer chairs. Just get you a fucking office chair, dude. A fucking office chair is fine. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on in chat tonight, dog? Gamer chairs actually suck shit. Yeah, like, my pink one looked pretty, but, like, it wasn't very good for, like, actually supporting any part of my body, was the deal. I might have to sell some artifacts to be able to afford these night vision goggles, but to be perfectly fair, half of these artifacts I can't even make use of. So, fuck it. Shop class blows. Much as it pains me to have to sell some of these, I do have to sell some of them. No reason to have you. I should be able to afford a little bit more if I toss these in here. Invest in a good band and Airfus chair and you will spend most of your time in your life in those. It's important to spend on those. I do need to get me a better, replace my mattress, I think. Alright, give me the nods. That is so absurdly fucking pricey. Watch me find a free pair on somebody now. Love how Missy's just harassing you. Yeah, don't think I'm gonna let that fucking grenade box slide. I'm gonna do shit to you, woman. Meanwhile, I refuse and I still sit in a $25 Walmart PC chair. I mean, yeah, but that's probably still better than those fucking, like, gamer chairs they sell. I would wager.
Oh man, I'm Skinny
Oh,
Pete.
is that Skinny Pete? Like to see you try and get up here. What, in the fucking rafters? We've been over this. That's, like, absurdly easy to do. Why? Why did it hold that for misogyny? The slag heap is an actual place in Stalker. Automod, please. The moment your head shows up, I'm pecking your face. Actually, I'm just going to point my gun up there. Huh. You really can't put any lasers on these? Slag is the... Oh, no, it was, but, like... Thank you for permitting the term slag and also the term slag with a capital S. You think I'm defenseless up here? No, you're not. Fuck are you? I am adding slag. Jesus Christ. Starting to lose my cohesion. Yeah, I'm starting to get kind of like EP2, but mostly just because today's been a very, like, late day. Long day. We slagging. Alright, so how do these work?
Oh no.
Huh. Yep, it is exactly what I thought. These shits are ass. Oh! It's British nonsense. 4 hours of gas leak. I love that that's what you keep referring to that stream as. Those sure are night vision. I mean, they're like really old monotube night vision goggles. While I have her distracted with pizza. Alright, I'm gonna clap her real quick. Yeah, these are like really old ass like fucking monotube. What it's like to see through Nyx's eyes. Wait, let me, oh, wow. Yeah, this thing is powerless compared to the bucket. I'm turning the lights on and off while you wear those. You wouldn't fucking dare, Soroka. That's awful. That's evil. Nyx, punish this bird. Grab this bird and throw her. Please. Had to get my inhaler. When you when you get the new Stalker 2 update, but it's green. See, like when you get to heaven, but it's green bit is so fucking funny. Get out of my garage! The bucket. I love the bucket. They be stealing my bucket.
Сподіваюся, по ділу.
A brick of Fent in the ceiling. That fucking angel with the brick of Fent again. How do you even keep finding these? Wait. Oh my god. Wait. Do I like go full tactical on the bucket? Bucket. Let's go. Let's go full tactical on the bucket. A pizza pie full of work. Watch this. Oh, this is awful. Oh, this is awful. We as human beings were not meant to do this. We were not meant to do this with the bucket. Yeah, green. When you get to the zone, but it's green. I just didn't think it was gonna be green. Now here's the question. Do I sell some of my artifacts to get access to another laser upgrade that lets me do that with my fucking Mosin? So I can canted aim no-scope people with the Mosin. Should I do this? Like, I feel like if I'm gonna be, like, doing this to old Soviet weaponry, I really need to go all in. You know? We've tacticooled the Kaparis, and now we're gonna tacticool the Mosin. Okay, of course Nyx, the biggest Mosin glazer, would do it. Nyx glazes a Mosin like she's made out of fucking Cosmoline. Green has been a common color since humans are exceptionally good at discerning shades of green. We did try red. It was called the Virtual Boy. Hmm. Hmm. Being able to glaze with Cosmoline would be wild. Yeah, I got something you can glaze. Hmm. Alright, so I can't put a tactical laser on the Mosin. Zone's #1 Mosin fan. At this point, I think you're the world's #1 Mosin fan. Like, even the fucking tryhards on K have kind of left the thing behind now. Fucking insane that Nintendo's making people pay $100 on top. Oh yeah, for the Virtual Boy. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, who the fuck would want that? Certainly not little old Sasha. Well, it's a good thing I got these nods now because I actually have a use for them because I'm going to be going underground now to deal with some bullshit. They should have released Virtual Boy titles for the 3DS. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there were a couple of Virtual Boy titles that were actually pretty solid that got, like... This is what happens when I don't have coffee before... Like, there are a couple of, like, Virtual Boy titles that are kind of gas. Virtual Boy Wario Land being a good example. But, like, the problem is, like, why would you want to play the Virtual Boy Authentic? No, I didn't make that tea, Soroka. Cause I... Oh, look at that, that's crazy. I've already pressed the button on the tea thing. And here's the thing, okay? Forgive me for this, Soroka, but I'm going to be making peach tea instead of green because I have to, like, sleep tonight. I have work tomorrow. Maiden voyage of the tea kettle in my new apartment. You know what really sucks, right? Is I've got this, like, thing of banana chips on my desk, and I really want to eat them. But, the problem is that banana chips will increase my potassium, and if I'm on Spyro, I need to be watching my potassium intake. Which means I can't just be eating a whole thing of banana chips. Sounds good, Laugh. Thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate the fuck out of you. Hope you get some good rest, friend. I'm probably going to be going for, like, maybe another hour at max. Because, I mean, this has been a very fun stream. And it's been nice to get to see y'all and catch up and show some of what I've been cooking. But, unfortunately, I also am starting to feel the cold hand of Eepy, and if I drink anything with caffeine, I'm going to have trouble. Honestly, quite incredible. I hate I have so much leftover. Yeah, I have a lot of leftover Spyro too, and they're actually upping my dose now. So I'm gonna be, like, sitting at, like, fucking, like, 200 a day, which is absurd. But, like, hey, if it has to be done. Caffeine legit does not work for me, even if it's super caffeinated. Yeah, it's been a very, like, frenetic stream. I mean, obviously I've gotten to, like, chill out, but, like, the... fucking hell, a lot of people. Oh, here's one of my favorite parts of Stalker 2, is the way that anomalies get, like, expanded upon, and they even have, like, anomalies that are, like, completely benign and don't hurt you. This is my personal favorite. They're mosaic tiles. They're just dancing like this. Oh no, they don't make stuff. They just do this. Oh shit. That was close. Okay, now I'm killing wardens. Not visual art, but the art of motion. I also don't make stuff, I just do that. I bet you do, Soroka. Yeah, caffeine doesn't really, like, keep me awake. It just is like, I need this to get up now. Alright, fuck the ward, I guess. Give me a second and let me, put the fucking bag in this teacup. I got a nice small little, like 8-ounce mug that just says doing my best. Because I am doing my best. I've got my... Ah! Give me a second here. Give me a second. Okay, good shit. Let me set my timer for 4 minutes. Oh, I believe it, Lev. Yeah, I've been very scatterbrained tonight. Yeah, I know, the mosaic tiles are super cool. Alright, tea is now being made. Yeah, like, I will drink, like, caffeine, like, at night, when, like, I want to write, and then I'll just, like, end up falling asleep anyway. Honestly, the one thing that I really like to drink a lot whenever I have to write is peppermint tea. That helps. Where are these shitheads? Gotcha. Yeah, you gotta, like, make sure you're drinking caffeine, like, in time with your sleep schedule, because otherwise it can, like, fucking break that shit over its knee. You gotta be careful, homie. Oh, shit. Hold up, I'll be right with you. It's that fucking Dart Valley building I've cleared out 3,000 times. Yeah, me too. I never get sick of it. It's a great little area to be. Hey. Don't drink iced coffee before bed. Oh yeah, no. Oh, holy shit. Wow. Oh, wow. That was a really good clip. That was a good fucking shot. Wow. That was, like, bro just pulled up on me and I just pointed and clicked. Kinda proud of that. Losers. Yeah, no, legitimately. Hey, what's it? Oh. Bitch. Sounds good, Lav. Sleep well. I unfortunately cannot quick save in combat, but I will quick save as soon as the combat is over, Lav. I also appreciate the sip, Redeem. Fuck me. You know what? I do shit talk the most and constantly, mainly just to get a rise out of Nyx, which she then immediately turns on me. Which I really need to just start to expect at this point. That being said, it is getting me through some shit today. Put Nyx... Jesus Christ, Kelly. That is such a fucking reach. The Covenant is about to blow it up. That's a lot of dead guys. Making PC HC in jokes like crazy now. That's how it is, dog. Just you wait, Soroka's gonna be doing the same thing. It's gonna be hell on earth. Alright, now watch this. See, normally the flashlight's fucking impossible to see with, but this... Because look, right? The flashlight fucking sucks for visibility, but now... We'll team up and be unstoppable. Oh, Christ. Oh, right. I don't need a laser, but I can still canted aim this fucking stupid thing. This is awful, dude. I need to get my hands on, like, a triple or quad tube. Well, not triple, but like a double or quad tube. Bitch. Ooh. Wait, why am I... Here we go, this is better. I was like, I feel like something's missing. Here we go. Oh, that's fair, Kelly. Hope you have a good night, friend. It's always good to see you. Be good to yourself. Oh, fuck. Yeah, not bad as a comeback stream, so obviously I'm gonna be in a little bit more better mentally sorted once I've had some time to kind of, you know, like get back into the rhythm of things again. Always good to see you with the... Was that one Valentine's card I made with this model? I was like, care to dance in the dark with me, Valentine? I was proud of that one. There used to be a developer photo in this room. Oh, right. The nods actually only, like, amplify existing ambient light. So if you go into a place where there's, like, no fucking, like, light anywhere, Your nods are actually totally fucking useless. I forgot that's actually how they work.
Oh no.
Hmm. I see. Aha! There you are. Shit, that's actually cool. Alright, we'll probably clear Lab X18 and then call it a night, I think. How's that sound? It's a good bookend for the stream, right? If you couldn't see, I'd be impressed. Yep, I can't see two shits in a dick with these. Give me a second to take the fucking tea bag out of this. Put some honey in this shit real quick. Weakness, I can always see dick. Yes, you can, Chance, because all you gotta do is look down. Oh. Alright. The first tea time of the new apartment. Fucking success. I'm actually really happy about that. Part two, right? Because I've, you know, had to be running a dehumidifier constantly to help deal with the crickets in here, my room is, like, absurdly fucking dry. So, running the tea thing a few times is gonna make sure there's some actual fucking moisture in my room. Because God knows I need it. Oh. Y'all saw that, right? So you can tell the EP is starting to get to me because I'm like yapping less. Or I've gone from like really happy yapping at the start of the stream, just like, dude, fucking die. It's gonna be good to have co-host streams on again. Anyway, thank you, Kelly, for the well wishes of being back to streaming full time. Hopefully, I sure hope so. I don't see why I wouldn't be though, barring energy, of course. But fuck it, you know. Oh, Kelly's sleeping well, and let's see. I'm actually gonna have shit, like, planned out this week, which is gonna be nice. Not for Thursday, though. Not for Thursday. I'm gonna be busy on Thursday. But I do have a stream I'm gonna run with Angle this week. Alright, I clearly cannot do this, so we're gonna have to go back to, like, regular lights. Now, there's an anomaly down here, right? There's an anomaly, and there's nothing in the game that tells you that it only attacks you when you have an artifact in your inventory. As long as you don't have an artifact in your inventory or on your belt, it won't attack. If you do, it will hunt you down and kill you. But if you don't, it just leaves you alone. And there is nothing in the game that indicates this, and I had to deal with this shit so many times. Oh! Yeah, of course you'd be here, motherfucker. Hold up, hold up. Watch this. I said come in, don't stand there. Wait for it. See him. Oh. Oh, you're clever. Okay, this might be tougher than I thought. Okay, maybe I can't take him. Maybe I can't take him. That's okay. Maybe I'll just have a couple of banana chips as long as they're still good. Oh, that is crunchy. Oh yeah, I do like the dust cloud. Not with a motion point blank, no. Naked Goblin Ruins versus Bolt Action in CQC. Unfortunately, it has to go to the goblins, dude. I don't think people really tell you this, but like goblins are actually stupid overpowered. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. Trying to fight a bloodsucker with a fucking 9mm SMG. It's suicide. Yeah. I really should have brought a shotty, but I wanted to keep my loadout. You know? She's been good to me. Here's the question. Does he just appear when I walk in there or not? Because otherwise... Oh, right, the anomaly patrol's here. I would carry a shotty more often, but shotties are fucking heavy. And shotty ammo is fucking heavy. And I just don't really bother fighting mutants 90% of the time. So it's like, why would I carry a shotty when instead I can just carry, like, a fucking 9mm SMG and it gets the job done, you know? You know what I can do is open my inventory while he's attacking me. That's a really good idea. Look at this son of a bitch. It does look like a classic pause screen, yeah. Whoa, 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 hey, buddy. This dumbass got stuck. My HUD's disappeared again, by the way. Oh, hey, I did it. Well, shit. And I can even fucking loot him. Let's go. Oh, Jesus, dude is cheeked up. Rip Naked Ruins Goblin. maybe freedom was on... Chance. Considering Patch screenshotted that one time I posted a bloodsucker and said tongue game supreme, I can't even judge you. But I am gonna silently side-eye you. Stop pointing that thing at me. Hey, I'm not. I could take, bro. Fucking... I'm sorry, Dwop. That thing you just wrote reminded me of that one stupid fucking Tumblr post where it's like the concept of a Resident Evil a Resident Evil male nude mod is baffling to me. Boy, put that boner away lest a sloppy critter grabs hold of it. And it's spelled like B-O-A-N-E-R. It's like really fucking funny to me. Okay. Oh, thank you, Gravy. I appreciate the fuck out of you. It's always good to see you, homie, and I hope you're holding up well these days. Ah, the signature Hydretch. I appreciate you. Would you say a shotgun and some form of high-caliber handgun is U-coded? Yes, I would, Chance. Uh-oh. It's Scar. Everyone's favorite completely fucking insane man. I'm a Hydretch while he yaps.
З ким я взагалі розмовляю?
Scar from Stalker Clear Sky is completely fucking insane. Your death isn't part of my plans is a pretty good line, I gotta give that to him. Don't come right here. Yeah, I like how you can, like, explore most of X-18 again, but, like, obviously, since Strelick picked the fucking place clean last time, there's, like, a lot less to see. Bro sounds like he got high off of missions. I mean, like, considering Clear Sky, he probably kind of did. What was that one tweet I made where I was like, I don't think the emission at the end of Stalker Clear Sky did that to Scar. I think he just wanted an excuse to be like that. Like, I think it's very interesting that obviously the guy wasn't like, the guy didn't really have his head screwed on all the way back in Stalker Clear Sky, because like, thanks. The guy didn't really have his head screwed on tight perfectly back in Clear Sky, because I mean, like, you know, he did survive multiple emissions. Scar is a protag of Stalker Clear Sky, the boof in the pig. I don't think you want to boof. I don't think you want to boof those, Chance. Welcome back from pizza, Angel. Scar was the protagonist of Stalker Clear Sky, which is the prequel just to Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. At the end of Stalker Clear Sky, their attempts to stop Strelick from getting to the planet fail. They incapacitate Strelick, which results in him getting captured and brainwashed, setting up Shadow of Chernobyl. But poor Scar just ends up probably dying, and you never see him or figure out what happened. But what happened is like he's gone for an entire game because he never appears in Stalker Call of Pripyat. So he's like completely gone, which led everybody to assume he was dead. Some people had fan theories that he was like a monolith priest by the name of Karen that you kill in Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, which I don't quite agree. But he's back in this game. He's back in this game, and he appears to have gone full Joker mode during the events, like after the events of Call of Pripyat. He is locked in like a full-scale faction war with the ward that he is basically fighting on his own. And if you ever want to see cutscenes of this guy talking, he is completely off the fucking goop. Like bro is cooked in the purest sense of the term. Every time you see Scar in person, he is incredibly evasive, he is very shady, and also way too animated. The man is completely fucking nuts. Like, there's no way around it. Wisp, I don't know how to tell you this, but that's not what boofing means. Who's gonna tell Wisp what boofing means?
З ким я взагалі розмовляю?
No, Wisp, that's not... Wisp, that's not... Yeah, Angel has this. Angel, step up to the plate. Yeah, boofing is like putting it in your ass. You really, really don't want to be boofing those, dude. Well, yeah, actually, it makes it way more potent, and it allows it to get in your system faster. But the problem is, like, obviously you don't really want to do that because that's a great way to fucking die. Oh, hey. Just when I needed a shoddy, we got a mag-fed shoddy. Unfortunately, it's right after I don't need the shoddy anymore. Thanks, video game. Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, I found this out because I had a Blue Sky post where it was like, what is it? I'm in the Chernobyl reactor room, straight boofing Gothic moonshine, listen to Slump AK mixtapes. And then I Googled what boofing means, and I was like, wait, that's not what I meant. And everyone's like, what the fuck did you think it mean? And I was like, I thought it just meant, like, you know, getting turned, you know? Like a boof. And then Lily Rue just comments, just like Calliope Mori. And I was like, don't you fucking dare compare me to her. I am the Scar of VTubing, and Mori Calliope is the ward. And I guess it technically does get you turned, but probably not in the way you'd like. The Mayans making a liquor specific... Yeah, they would fucking do that. That Chernobyl moonshine. Yeah, turned upside down it is. Get me the fuck out of X18. Hey, wait a minute. This one looks peculiar. No. Moonshine is not in the games, actually. It is not. I mean, it's probably in like Anomaly or some of the Anomaly mod packs, but it's not in any of like the like mainline games. Legitimately, I love the broken glass anomalies, where it's just a giant cloud of glass shards. Because, like, yes, it is, like, terrifying to walk through them, but once you just go slowly, you can walk through them. And the best part is that, like, enemies can't hurt you in them, and a lot of enemies won't go in them. So if you're ever, like, having to, like, deal with bullshit, you can just jump into the glass. Hey. Chance, I'm really sorry to do this. Ishkana weren't rats. I forgot, yeah, there are the rats in this game, yeah. Oh yeah, I know, Wisp. Ah, got him. Getting fucking EP. If I remember correctly, there's a room in here that has some good shit in it, but you gotta, like, do some ninja shit. Yeah, they do kind of look like Jerboas. It's hard times for us Jerboa lovers. Hey, Scar. I love the volumetric rats.
Давай, запускай. Так, повільніше, попереду ціла вічність. Разом з ними засмагатимеш.
Oh yeah, for real. Skiff is the luckiest son of a bitch who's also the unluckiest. Yeah, now the motherfucker's just gone. I'm just happy to be out of the garbage, because now I get to go to, like, Wild Island and talk to the realest motherfuckers I know. Is Scar actually Reznov? Nah. And now, this suit is normally stupid fucking expensive, but it is absurdly useful for artifact hunting. It is like, every time I go through this mission, it is like, this suit is a, if you don't grab this when you're in here, you have failed and you need to restart your run. Like, it's that integral. Boss fountain. You don't even go here as the ward? Yeah, because the ward are cowards and they suck. All
Радий
cops.
знайомству. Зона ще неодмінно зведе наші шляхи, скіфе.
Fucking wacko. Yeah, it's a really useful suit. Does the helmet have a chin scratcher? Unfortunately not. So before I go talk to Diode, which, if I remember correctly, I can't even talk to him, because as soon as you get back to the slag heap, Darlene and Korshinov have come in, and they've taken the place over, and Diode is, like, nowhere to be found. What? Are you serious? I can't believe this. I can't believe Automod censored the word slag with the A censored. Like Noodle already censored it. Are you dead ass? Korshinov does give you a semi-okay AK, but I don't really want it because I have to take it from Korshinov. AS Val. I wonder, I don't think that's actually in Stalker 2, is it? I could be wrong. No, I think it is. It absolutely is. Why is there a poltergeist here? I agree. The Venturez is gas.
Ти цілий? Блін,
Твої люди загинули.
знаю. Ми не домовлялися щодо оплати, але я не люблю бути в боргу.
Скіфе, ти? Не очікував тебе тут побачити.
Oh, hey,
А
Squint.
знаєш, у мене для тебе дещо є.
Aren't you the guy that, like, almost got a bunch of people capped by Zotov back in the fucking Lesser Ward because you couldn't keep your shit together?
Я тут багато чого переосмислив.
А сюди на...
Та налажав я в малій, схоже. Слухай, той, на фабриці, він у якому настрої?
в піднесеному.
Так?
Now, when he says the guy in the factory, who's he talking about? Was he talking about Scar?
І що ж до...
Нарвався на групу полуденців. Тягли якісь залізяки. Не знав? Я, звичайно, одразу у посадці заліг.
Alright, we'll see you around, wacko. Alright. I'm gonna call it here, because I'm starting to get eepy. after a long ass day. And normally I have caffeine or something at the start of a stream, but today I kind of decided to skirt that since I got to be up earlier tomorrow morning to go pick up a prescription at work. And then on Thursday I'm getting up super early and going out to dinner with some family. Not the family that I'm cutting off, the part of the family that I have not cut off yet. So there's a lot to get done today, or done tomorrow and this week. But once we get down to the bar in just a second, I'm gonna run you guys through my plans for the rest of October now that I'm back full swing into it. Yeah, of course I'm telling them about Friday. So, we've got a busy couple of weeks ahead of us. Wait, I just quit the game without saving. I just hit the quit button without saving. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, that's a problem for tomorrow, Sasha. That's a problem for tomorrow, Sasha. It's okay. I save pretty like consistently in the game. Also autosaves. I think it autosaved when I got there. I would lose like maybe like 2 minutes of time. Oh man. So, let's talk about what we've got going on this week. On Thursday, because my usual stream days are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Anyway, so on this Thursday, I'm not going to be streaming because I'm going to be going out for dinner with some family. Friday, however, around like 9 o'clock, you can expect me to be streaming Ina Dream Barbecue with Angel. I've wanted to stream or play Ina Dream Barbecue for a while now, and I've realized now that I actually can finally stream again, it is now the perfect time for me to tap into that giant list of all of the games I've wanted to play, or I've held off on playing because I wanted to stream them, and then I was like on like in and out of stream hiatuses for a while. So now I can just go fucking full in on it. So, after being a huge fucking Ina fan who absolutely loved like all of the like original shorts and everything, I think Temptation Staircase may be one of like my favorite like animations of all time. It is genuinely good. Ina is very gender, and she's also very like euphoric from a plurality sense. Because Ina helped me understand my plurality before I really like realized I was plural. So I'm very excited to play Dream Barbecue because I heard it's got peak music, it's got peak characters, and it's going to be gas, and I'm going to be playing it with my good friend Angel to celebrate me coming back. That's on Friday. Sunday, I don't know what I'm doing, admittedly. I don't know what I'm doing. That's a wild card. I guess we'll have to see. You can expect next Tuesday to be another Stalker stream, as always. Next Thursday, however, I'm actually going to be having Soroka on, and we're going to be playing some Darkwood. Look forward to that. It's going to be spooky, it's going to be fucked up, but you're going to love it. Because I haven't played Darkwood since 2022, back when I had those 2 streams with Moose, God bless him. And, lastly, on Friday, the 31st, I believe that's Halloween, right? Halloween's always the 31st, isn't it? Yes it is. So on Halloween the 31st, I'm going to be doing a special Halloween stream of a little surprise game. It's going to be a fun little horror title that a lot of y'all probably already know about, but there's going to be an interesting little twist on it. So I'm excited for that. So that's what we've got. We've got this coming Friday, Dream Barbecue. Sunday, still figuring something out. And then next Thursday is Darkwood, and then the Friday after that on Halloween is a special little thing I'm pulling together. So that's what I've got for now. Did Hikari and I plan anything? I'm gonna have to go check with Hikari when we were planning on doing that Sopranos stream. But I'm gonna be doing a stream of the Sopranos Road to Respect on Hikari's stream sometime this month. So look forward to that. So I'm going to be a very, very busy girl. But I hope you're all looking forward to it, because Lord knows I am too. Now, who are we gonna raid out to? Who are we gonna raid out to? Sopranos posting. The Sopranos posting never fucking stops. Here we go. Let me just get my fucking, here we go, my fucking raid message together. Who are we gonna raid? 'Cause I need to hurry this up because I'm about to fucking pass out. You know, fuck it. Let's go raid Hikari. Let's go raid Hikari. Here is our raid message, as always. So we're gonna go run into Hikari's channel. What is homie doing, actually? Because I forgot I could just, like, show y'all this. Slash Hikari. A sec. Ah, there's this motherfucker. Wait, he's raiding out into slump. He's raiding out into slump. Bonnie it is, then. Bonnie it is. Okay, cool. We're gonna go raid into Bonnie, then. Stream? That's better. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go right into Bonnie. Bonnie is currently streaming Valheim. So, I will see you in her chat. Her pronouns are she, her. Yeah, I guess I'll prep us for that. Oh, wow, I'm still super fucking rusty at this. It's gonna take me some time to get used to this, but here we go. Start raid. So, you got your fucking raid message already. Use your own emotes if you don't have access to the ones we have here on this channel. Obviously, respect the rules, respect the pronouns, don't be weird, don't be a dick. If you fuck up in there, you're not coming back in here. We're all about that accountability. Look forward to seeing you either this coming Friday, this coming Sunday, next Tuesday, next Thursday, or next Friday. And naturally, if you ever want to come down, hang out with us in the fucking Hate Crew server, we do movie nights, listening parties. Angel and Missy are alternating game nights of Vintage Story and fucking Helldivers, and I run monthly gaming nights every month called Glock Parties. Look forward to that. There's lots to do when you hang out with us, and I hope to see you in there because I'm gonna be in there doing some fucking work on what I'm pulling together. So that's about all. See you in Bonnie's channel. Have a wonderful night and be good to yourselves, friends.